Welcome, pre-show, DJ Wide Body. Welcome. Now we do. Pre-show. Okay. DJ Wild Body. Professional development. Yeah. Please like, subscribe. Let them know we here. You know how we do.
Told me I should talk to him. Your words can make a spot in the game. Just help him walk through him. Walk through him. Wasn't always in the zone. Gave a walk through him. Wasn't always in the zone. Gave a walk through him. Wasn't always in the zone. Gave a walk through him. Wasn't always in the zone. Gave a walk through him. Wasn't always in the zone. Gave a walks to him. I catch him snoozing, ride too smooth to give a walk to him. JB's a JD in the Thiz face. Say my name on records, it get ugly as your whiz face. Life's a slim with a thin waist. Who can run court tongue for keep 5Ks like the Crim race. I'm on my own pace, steak with the bone place. I'm on tape showing big pictures like the drones make. Thanking God I had the time to get my dome straight. And you ain't eating off of me, I'm like a gold plate. I used to want a crib off a long lake. Now I want a block back in the valley, make my own grade. But Mike Note said they gon' hate, so I'ma do it for my whole state. If you from the 3, rock with me, cause you got this hip hop shit locked with a key into the 7, 3, 4, 4. Wanting more, Ace Deuce got the juice, is he keeping it raw into the 2, 4, 8, getting baked from the top to the bottom where we digging the crates into the 8, 1. Oh, here we go, here we go.
They say heavy is the head that wears the crown. Well, shit, mine is on right now. And it's cocked to the side, now I'm looking like the front coat doll. The Biggie Smalls, man, so-called kings is really brawls. Atlas Shrug, I juggled the weight of the world. While you waited the world, while you waited a girl. Don't try to show up, bow up, or your ass to get towed up. From the flow up, another nigga to dock and sew up. Cause I'm all about bars, but we can spar if you take it there. I tie my hands behind my back just to make it fair. And here's the image so you well aware. I once fought a polar and told niggas go over there and help the bear. That's why I'm on some shit you can't compare. And I'm the last motherfucker that you ever wanna double dare. So watch your tone when you speak to the man. Be it my mittens or my riggins, all my punches gon' land.
If you from the 3, rock with me, cause you got this hip hop shit locked with a key into the 7, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4.
Here's my bar sounds of DJ Right.
You a dirty old man, you know that? And I'm a D-1 like my dad old man.
There can be no second guessing, the cat's up in my section. There can be no second guessing, the cats up in my section. Break international, bars and beats fair in these session. Better watch your voice inflection. Riders from the effing. Ill the INT and gritty all up in my DNA. The lyrics spraying like the K of DeAndre. But strange enough in the same way, no one believe it what you say. Turn 16 bars to a clinic on how to rip it. You get a free tee plus a straight now that you put shit. Spit it, then I zip it. Wind dryer is now a tip jar. And wide body keep a slap like a pimp's car. My tail's ancient as Ishmael, you Ishtar. DOM be adding on like we miss par. I went from going green with Gene and his Windstar to better things, a nigga clean as a centaur. You talking reckless, praise God you made it this far. Cause I put you in your place like a witch jar.
Go against me and I'll get the best of you. In a fight, go against me and I'll get the best of you. In a fight, go against me and I'll get the best of you. In a fight,
I body bag beats, bitches, and niggas. If it's a plot I gotta dig, well, go figure. Ain't no story gon' get you out of this purgatory. HPMI, if you searching for me. So gon' pull up, you know we gon' cook up. The minute that you look up, your whole body shook up. Legs switching, you niggas bitches don't get it twisted. My first bars said it all, shoulda listened. I ain't a kid, don't play around. A class act, I'm dunking if I gotta pull the blade brown. So chill, before I make you learn the hard way. Destroy your set like I shut down Broadway. Ain't no parlay, I'm butter, you parlay. Y'all like Fields Wooden, shit, that's what y'all say. So be cool, you fool, or get schooled. Move through around dudes that's got nothing.
Mental to God, 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 mental to God. Gadget, green light, green light, green light, green light, green light, green light.
back and forth, pacing the floor. Lot of yelling going on, I stand firm. Trying to weather the storm. This is the norm nowadays. Accusations are calling in. Go back with my phone, smelling my clothes. Place you blame. The push come to shove. Now we both doing things. Cross the room. That's what hate consumes. Escalates the rate of our fate that's sealed and reads doom. This shit is backwards, like spelling out food. I swear to God, it's getting harder than singing shit like go easy. I feel the same now. Plus mine's will be shame. I'm so blacking out and shit. I think about this fast. Bringing the guard and keep me sane. Keep the calm down, roll the LD, use my brain. Get the fuck up out of here, quick, simple and plain. Call my niggas in the ball, try and drink away the pain. Let's go.
JB Swift. You know it. You know it. You know it.
Yeah. Yo. This the heater that scorched the street up. Put your feet up and turn the beat up. From the mitten, never not smithing. Stop and listen, there's a Swiftin'. All business, reinvented 3 on some other mission. 3 brews and a couple biscuits. Get your mind right before the limelight. Family Guy Simpson. Been a minute since I dropped sentence. Temperature high spittin', rock with it. Hip hop's top critic. I probably need a shot to chill. Music got my mind feeling like it's off of the pill. So real, I chill anytime that I can. Cause 24/7 working is the life of this man. My plan is to leave my kids something my dad ain't have. With a sickle knocking over the grass for a path. Gotta laugh thinking how we the dopest. MCs on these beats like this life been chosen. So let's roast it. Yeah.
Pardon my French fork riding the beach. I'm here to run the 2 cause it's long overdue for me to take my spot. So I won't take my shots. And if you ain't gon' block, then I'm gonna take my Glock and dump one from the chamber. You gon' be running from danger. So don't be tempting my anger before I empty the banger. Because I'm violent by nature. You gon' need more than a prayer to flee the hands of a slayer. That's in you. so take a back seat. Nigga, this a track meet. I could be the tortoise and you still wouldn't catch me. Cats in the now should really switch your style. Flows all backwards to now. Cause I'm that guy you should not cross. Aiming high at your collar balls. Follow the Molotov, get your mama and daughter off. The lyrical holocaust, take your juice and your title hall. Sub on with the timer off, nigga, pray that you not involved.
Time to see your niggas getting beat in the street. When they get up off of your feet. And let the wolves out. 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 And let the wolves out.
Dixie Freely, Dixie Freely, Dixie Freely, Dixie Freely. Double trouble, double trouble, double trouble, double trouble. Plug the spark, plug the spark, plug the spark, plug the spark, plug the DJ Rack, what it do? DJ Rack, what it do? DJ Rack, what it do? DJ Rack, what it do?
Chicago Fire.
top with the rhyme. Sitting with the family, it's about that time to eat. Time to feast, time to rock these beats. Black mad rap, beating these streets. In my own parking lot, I mean driveway. Better yet, I do it the real way. Like a grown man, putting it down for the fam. Yes, I'm off the top with mine, yes I am. I don't eat green eggs and ham. I read the book, don't mess with crooks. I keep it real regular for my girl, keep it vanilla. Even though I'm chocolate and I rock the spot off the top of the dome. Yes sir, I'm with my old lady at home, but she ain't really old. We still rather bold when we spitting these raps. Abstract off the top of the coat rack. Yes, I do it. Don't misconstrue the flow, so now you know I be the best, standing in all sections. If it was me, you would vote for the election. Nah, I'm off the top of the dome. I said it once before, I'm twice as nice. Ain't dipped in ice, never that. Yeah, I get your hands rocking and toes tapping and all that. Black Mad Rack, that's my name, but right now.
Whoever thought a youngin' from a city full of rattlesnakes was ever gonna make it out the grass patch? 7 Hills had me looking for a better deal. A hood nigga, I couldn't count on the NASDAQ. Coming home from school, I had tears in my eyes. They was picking on me and
Black man, black man, black man.
now I got enough hats to give away. It's better days, I refuse to have flashbacks. Nobody thought I knew what I was doing. Nobody believed, so nobody would walk me through it. But nobody achieved. If only somebody could have just seen. Said it for me, don't we all knees? Till out the room and they all just freeze. And they all look relieved like seeing my he made it, now we all got cheese. Nah, homie, that ain't the way it work. Especially if you ain't even put day of work. Now they going crazy cause I made it first. See, homie, I just made it work. It's a cold world, ask my old girl. She feel my pain and I ain't even trying to make it hurt. And my daddy proud of me, but he got too much pride to say it out loud for me. Got that keyboard off the road, bought it in the house for me. He coming to my shows, hanging in the crowd for me. Man, I still love my niggas, the only thing that I ask is that they hold it down for me, I still rep the 850, yeah. I got it tatted on my arm, it ain't going nowhere. And they the ones that wouldn't last a day in this game. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I stayed the same, but I guarantee that I will never succumb to the fame. That's some bullshit. And y'all know that ain't me. But I'd rather grow up than to stay 18. Life goes on and hopefully on the great things. Traveling the world and seeing shit that I ain't seen. Then one day I look at my reflection and realize how I've been acting and how I've been dressing. I realize I can make an impression. But good Lord, this is fucking depressing. And good Lord, I got some fucking questions. I think it's time for some motherfucking confessions. Wake up call, wake up call. My answer to every question was fuck y'all. All I need is this 911 to fuck bras. I just need to find a 7 with enough flaws. My last album ain't do numbers like I wanted to, but that was God trying to ask me what I'm gonna do. He said I hate to put obstacles right in front of you, but you gotta learn how to get out of what you're going through. Hurdles got jumped, mountains got climbed. Tamale came and put a fucking wall up in my mind. Now I'm in the crib tripping, complaining and bitching. That liquor go to hitting, now I'm in here reminiscing. How many niggas told me I was gonna fail? Cause I got a list of niggas that can go to hell. They feel like I owe them something cause they know me well. Calling me a sellout cause I won't come back and smoke an L. The same nigga that told me I had a hit charged me 300 to put it off in this mix. Now suicide looking better than hitting the lick. Cause the whole time he knew that I was living out my whip. But now I see him and I can't even take it cause he walk up to me and say, boy, I knew you was gonna make it. And like, motherfucker, do you just not recall? I needed help and you just left me sitting on my balls. That just wasn't the right life, so I told the bullshit to have a nice one.
What's going on? What's happening? What it do? Once again, it is that time. Talk that stuff. This 19th day of March, as we round in the summertime again. I'm your host, DJ Wild Body. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody watching the playback this week. And most importantly, shout out to the panel. Let's meet the panel. Let's meet the panel. Where you at? Up first from Jersey, now by way of Atlanta. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm welcome back to the crib, right in front of a microphone, to see me hustle. Yeah, what's going on? What's going on? Up next,
and a lot of choosing niggas
from Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a welcome back to our comrade, the Jersey Sun. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hectic in here, but what up, though?
I hear you. Up next, from Flint, Michigan. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for this brother as well, the comrade, Rod Waller.
Yeah, your video all dark shit, nigga. I
know. I know.
All right.
And I'm DJ Wild Body. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Talk That Stuff. 19th day of
Yo,
March.
it's not like
man.
you're playing a little Casio keyboard in the background, bro. Is that on purpose?
I am. That was yeah, man. You got it, man. What's going on, everybody? DJ Wild Body here. Shout out to everybody. We're back after a couple of weeks off. Had to take some time off, but we're back. We got comrades in the building. Hopefully some other comrades are going to be showing up. DJ Rec, shout out in the chat. DJ Rec, long time listener. Thanks for all your support. Also thank the panel. Welcome back. See Me Hustle. Welcome back, Ricks. Welcome back, Wallace. Good to see y'all, brothers. A lot to talk about tonight. A lot of stuff to talk about tonight. I don't even know where to start. I will start with this for you UFC fans out there. Last night, London, England, O2 Arena, the defending champion, Leon Edwards defending his belt rematch for Kamaru Usman, and Leon Edwards beats Kamaru Usman by decision, 5 rounds. He beat him, so now Leon is solidified. He took out Usman. Also, Justin Gaethje.
My man that kicked my man in the face.
Yeah, he the one that kicked him in the shins. What's going on, Sha? Huh?
That's what's up.
Yeah, so he defended it. A lot of he was confident. He was talking more. This the third time they didn't fought. First time they fought, they were pretty young. This was like 2014, 2015. Kamaru Usman beat him. He wasn't that polished yet. He went.
Yeah. God damn, that's 9 years ago.
Right. Dude's been this is 11th fight in a row he's won. So he's been and he's in his backyard in London, England. You know how the crowds are out there. Just think of a soccer game. To think of that. And
when did this happen? When did
last night? This happened last night. They were fighting in the UK. Right. Yeah, what happens is, we don't get that liberty of our regular schedule, so we have to go by the UK. So the main event was like at 7:30.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They don't cater. Some countries they'll cater to us. I think Abu Dhabi they'll cater to us, but
London fuck y'all niggas. Yeah,
biggest crowd ever in the O2 Arena last night in London, and that's nothing to shake at. You're talking about concerts and stuff in that arena as well. So yeah, man, they tore the house down. UFC is getting better and better. The storylines. Leon Edwards will be taking on Colby Covington, Chaos Covington, which I don't agree with that because dude has been sitting, has been fighting, he's been able to fight, but is not fighting. Now he gets a title shot because he actually showed up in secret. He was going to be the backup in case one of these guys wasn't able to fight. And so now he gets a title shot, what I think is bullshit. I wanted Leon to go fight Masvidal because Masvidal hit him with a 3-piece in the backstage a few years ago. He wanted to kind of get revenge on that. But yeah, Leon Edwards, Colby Covington, probably in July. They're celebrating 30 years in the UFC. For all your UFC heads, I'm a real UFC head, man. So yeah, I'm happy for Leon. Usman is just not authentic to me. He just has this energy about him that just says I'm fake all over. So I never really like Kamaru Usman. I mean, he's a good fighter, but you could tell he was getting old. His knees were messed up, and someone kind of spilled the beans on that. And his knees look crazy. If you look at the weigh-in, his left knee looked all crazy. So first thing Leon Edwards does, he attack his knees, which hey, it's all unfair. So he was just body kicking the shit out of Usman last night, man. Go check out the playback. They'll go ahead and have that. Justin Gaethje beat ref. Huh?
You're also the only one on TV too. I don't know. Is that on purpose?
What'd you say? What's that?
There
What?
you go. It switched.
So Rafael Naziz, young upcoming Justin Gaethje, ended up beating him. Fizie's gonna have a future. I don't want to get too in depth with this UFC because I know a lot of you we watch it, but a lot of people out there don't. I'm telling you, if you you haven't watched UFC, man, go pick it up. It's so fun, man. The storylines, the matchups, and stuff like that. What's going on, Shadi Adventurer in the chat? What it do? What it do? Yeah, so we got a lot to talk about tonight, man. I wanted to kind of touch on, I know I asked earlier, what is a Sigma male? I know we're gonna talk about that. Also, let's open it up with this. So, what's this? What I'm hearing that two things. Donald Trump's supposed to be arrested Tuesday. Was this going on? What's happening? Anybody can enlighten me on that?
Well, the district attorney in New York.
Oh, really?
Supposed to be the black woman, right?
Yeah.
He arrested him on charges related to him paying off the porn star for I can pull it up, but the porn star for keeping quiet, but she didn't keep quiet either.
Right.
That's illegal, campaign activity or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
He may, and he's calling it out to kind of galvanize his base.
Yeah, I got a lawyer friend that said it's not.
Their ridiculousness will cause something to change.
Right. They said that's him just trying to, because he was the one that brought attention to it.
So who knows what Tuesday gonna look like?
Right.
Probably gonna be arrested Tuesday.
He tweeted it out.
I'm going to jail.
Arrested. Like there was no other source that said that. So that's him just crying out for attention and all that. But
that's the wrong kind of attention in my book.
My boy is a lawyer in New York, and he said it's not gonna happen.
So he just bluffing, basically trying to,
trying to get attention, man.
Well, we'll see what happens because I've been hearing this New York district attorney stuff for a few years now. That as soon as he was out of office, they'll be filing charges on him, but they were different kind of charges. So we'll see. We'll stay put. Maybe there's some validity to that.
It won't come from him. I'll tell you that.
So we have heard no other source, so except for him, he's the source basically. All right, man. R.I.P. to Lance Reddick, man. For those of you that know Lance Reddick, he played Lieutenant Daniels on the Wire, HBO Wire. He also was played in Friends and John Wick. He died at 60 years old. From what I'm looking at, he died of natural causes. Man, real good actor, man. I liked him in The Corner. I said, I call. You guys remember that scene when he was back on the crack? Take it, you don't. But yeah, man, Lance Reddick, man. R.I.P. to Lance Reddick.
My bad.
It's all good.
My son is sick. I had to take a call.
No.
Lance Reddick, man. Lance Reddick, bro. I was hurt by that one, but I'm just blown away by the amount of black men that are relatively young that's passing away.
Right.
It's creepy. I mean, it ain't true, but it's definitely creepy.
It is. And from what I've, he keeps himself fairly in good shape. I mean, this guy wasn't, obese or, I don't know what his diet consisted of, but I'm looking at a couple of recent pictures, he was looked pretty much in shape. That natural causes stuff, it's kind of like I really, when you say natural causes, like, what do you think when you hear natural causes?
It's organ failure, essentially.
Right. I got you.
Yeah, he was in excellent shape for all intents and purposes on the outside, on the outskirts, but
right.
We never know what else was going on under the surface or whatnot. So,
right.
You got to do what you got to do, and you just got to, live life in a precious way.
It's the Illuminati, huh?
Hey, take care of yourself.
Illuminati got him, yo.
Yeah, don't start that shit. We don't subscribe to that shit on this channel. Take that wooden submarine shit somewhere else. Yeah, but I mean, too many, like you say, man. I'm not like surprised these days, and I'm not. I guess I have a callous to it. Like everyone, all of a sudden, people are just passing away. I'm like, whoa, wow. Where it used to be like, wow, he died. It's like, man, so much death in the last 2020 has been nothing but unexpected deaths, and all around me.
What if I told you that it's always been that way? It's just that because we're getting older, we know more of the people that are passing away.
Yeah, I've thought about that too. Right, you're right.
No, and the internet is the internet be interneting, and so the majority of people who we talking about are celebrities.
I find that shit morbid to talk about.
There's more celebrities in a way now than there ever have been.
True.
You know, especially from the 90s. You think about how the 80s and 90s, as technology grew, personal technology, entertainment technology blew up.
Right.
It created, you know what I'm saying, this boom of famous people. And so these famous people is 60 years old and 65 and 55 and all that. Now, you know, who was somebody that was younger than us, who recently died, and it wasn't a product of crime or drugs or something? Was it any of those? I mean, obviously Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that came out of nowhere.
Anybody have like family members that used to look at obituaries and shit? Like back in the day?
I do all the time. I used to.
Yo, you find that? I find that shit very morbid. Yo, like, can you have a good conversation about death? Like, I don't find that something that.
Well, it's a reality, man. And listen,
it's a reality and it's unavoidable. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. That seems morbid to check the obituary.
Man, it's definitely in the culture of Southern parents to check the obituaries, to have commentary about who got the body and who did this and who did that and who passed and all that.
If it's not direct family, you're like, I just find that it's not something that
that and police scanners, my friend.
But you know what? I mean, that's also a byproduct of the fact that we're not connected to our extended families like we used to either. So, you know, my mom grew up when my mom grew up, you know, almost everybody in town was her cousin. So, and they all had these relationships, and those kind of relationships, they just don't fit into this economic model.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that and a lot of times, man, I don't know where it was weird. It's weird, definitely weird. I ain't too ashamed. I don't have to be ashamed of that. But you know, I look at I used to look at the bits, especially like back home and stuff, and I'll see like that in the jail logs and shit. I used to do that a lot too. Look at the county mug shots and shit. But Bobby Caldwell died, man. Remember, you know what Bobby Caldwell is?
Yeah.
Man. Joe Peppertone, New York Yankees, pretty old guy. Bud Grant, Robert Blake. He's the guy that I guess got acquitted for killing. He got found out guilty for killing Bonnie Lee Blakely. Is that the same?
That happened in that whole trial went down.
That before OJ, or
that was after OJ, right after OJ.
Okay.
Tom Sizemore died, man,
from Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, good actor, man. Had his ups and downs as far as
problem. But rest in peace. You know,
rest in peace,
God rest the dead, man.
Damn, good actor, man. So you know, he did a lot of. He was that B guy, that supporting the actor type of guy. You know, not a leading role guy. He did this Gotti. He did a Gotti movie not too long ago with him and John Travolta. Yeah. No, that was Tom Sizemore played Gotti in the Sammy the Bull version of it was called Witness to the Mob. That wasn't recent. Tom Sizemore played John Gotti. Yeah, had the hairstyle and everything. I think he did all right, but the movie, I think it was like a movie for TV because they wasn't cursing and stuff. It was like heck, and you know they kind of like took the whole authenticity when they was like, you know, not cursing and shit. You know, I think a motherfucker's cursing up a storm. These guys aren't. So it was made for TV, which I thought was a bad decision. Oh, I still watched it. Huh?
That's a good caveat. Real quick, first, if I may.
Yeah, go ahead, man. You know,
shout out to Tom Sizemore. I remember him from Heat I remember him from Saving Private Ryan, and I remember him from Heat with that, I don't know what kind of gun it was, but shooting when in the shootout. I remember that.
Right.
So I watched Swarm this weekend.
Huh.
Swarm is the series on Prime Video, directed by Donald Glover and his people,
Shout
the
out to
people
Donald
who did
Glover.
Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
It's about extreme fandom. It's kind of about Beyonce and them, the Beehive or whatever, right?
Right.
And it made headlines because not only was Donald Glover involved, but there was this big thing about this scene between what's my man named Damson Idris or whatever,
Yeah.
and Chloe Bailey.
I see Chloe Bailey. Right.
And it reminded me of the 80s when there was just the most unrelated sex scenes in movies ever. Had nothing to do with anything.
Right.
This was like that. It had nothing to do. It had nothing. It had nothing to do with anything other than
Gratuitous sex scenes and shit.
bringing you to the table. And they went. They
Right.
got it out the way. It was about 3 minutes into the whole series. The series was 7 episodes.
Wow.
Got out the way. And my question is, was TV? Well, not so much TV, but as far as sex and violence, it was much worse in the 80s than it is now, in my opinion.
As far as what we see,
As far as what we see. Like, I got a 9-year-old daughter,
Yeah,
this is for adults. You can't watch what I'm watching. But I think about like nigga, I was like 11. I saw Basic Instinct.
Oh yeah.
No, I mean,
Did you see that? I think I had to.
Absolutely.
I don't think I got to see that with my parent. I think it's one of the movies you had to just catch.
and I saw
Coach,
Basic
cover your
Instinct.
eyes.
Run it down.
Nah, you had to catch
Basic
like me and a
Instinct.
cousin sitting there watching HBO. And me and Malik
9.5
watching
Leaves.
HBO.
Oh shit.
Angel Heart with Lisa
Hey,
Bonet.
Emmanuel.
Cosby Show. I seen all that,
Right.
all of it, and I'm like, I'm like
Real sex.
They used to have locks on the cable channel or whatever on the little cable box, but my
Wow.
cousin was expert because the code was always something real easy like 0000 or 1,
So
2,
they
3,
won't
4.
forget it.
My cousin Malik was expert, boy. He'd be like, because he probably
Shout out
was
to
one of
Malik.
the codes and shit. Yeah, you know what I mean. Shout out to my cousin, man.
So-
You know what I mean?
So I guess my question is, now you got TV, now you got streaming TV.
Right.
Is it less violent? I mean, is it more violent and more sexual than it used to be? And then, there's so much sensitivity to it, right? Like, I wonder as a society, are we becoming less inhibited about sex, but less sexual ourselves?
What up, Agent
That's-
Smith? You
That's
said
a
Swarm was
great
crazy.
question, and you're forming that question in the form of a person
Yeah.
who's from the U.S. And let me tell you how I can tell you that.
International Hove, go for it,
Because
brother.
I've been in Europe, and when we have during the daytime, we had the soap operas. Remember, like, let's just call it. I don't want to call it hardcore. Call it softcore or whatever. Softcore.
Mm.
Like, I don't even want to call it porn, but just like it's naked. There's people naked. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Hopping like
that'd
a
be
monkey.
like their soap operas during the middle of the daytime over there. Like, and that's just regular stuff. And here's the thing. And like in Europe, they got nude beaches and all that stuff.
That's why I was gonna say new beaches like it ain't nothing. Kids
And
drinking wine
let me
and
tell
shit.
you, the only people making a big deal out of this was us,
Right.
military Americans. And shit.
I believe it.
I was like, wow, hold on, turn that back. You know what I'm saying? We sitting there tripping over shit like or gawking at people on the new beaches or with gawking at women and shit on the new beaches because little kids run past that shit. They don't give a shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But no one cares but us.
I
So
think
that's an excellent question.
It
But
is.
it's formed from a perspective of someone who hasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like it really hasn't been around like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been around for the United States. The United States is very conservative. We're very conservative compared to not compared to the Muslim countries. They're way more conservative than we are because they block out everything. You can't even search certain sites. You go on
Right.
certain sites and it's blocked out. Like it's blocked out by the government. You can't go on no Pornhub or any of that shit. You know what I'm saying? over there in like Saudi Arabia and shit. That shit's illegal as fuck to even go on the site. So they're super conservative, but we're a conservative society here compared to, say, somewhere like Europe that's way more liberal than us.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Liberal, like I think to answer the question, I think back then there was a certain job, a certain way that it was kind of censored a little. You had to really be in that environment to view that shit. Now it's like you can go on YouTube and you got so many. You post some stuff up. I didn't see some crazy shit on IG, and I've seen people get their heads blown off on. All you gotta do is hit that over 18 button and watch somebody get gunned down. Also, I mean, back in the day, the only thing I could think of like that was if you went out to Blockbuster and grabbed the Faces of Death and watched that. But as far, I think network television kind of pushed the lines, and I think that's why I think, I don't watch cable. I don't even have cable actually, but I know, like, you got certain streaming shit like Paramount and HBO kind of, I think, led the charge with that to where, you know what, I don't have to deal with all these restrictions on cable TV. I'll just go over and go to Paramount or Peacock or something, and I have free range to do what I want to do as far as sex scenes. I mean, I'm pretty sure there is kind of regulations and things like that, as well as like you can't see somebody penetrating or something, but I think there's some other things involved. But yeah, I mean, they pushed the lines, and I mean, look, HBO set all this shit up.
Yeah,
as far as that is concerned.
That's what I was gonna
Real
say.
sex.
Like, one thing that you are guaranteed, like if you get all the streaming services, Disney got the superhero and the kid stuff. Prime got like the stuff that don't nobody really. Let's be real. Prime be coming up in my book.
Bro,
they got the bomb documentaries though. I will say that. Hulu got like the TV with all the commercials and all that. HBO Max, every series that they put on has some type of egregious scene in it, bro. Every single one.
Right.
And it doesn't impact the plot. I mean, I'm grown. It doesn't necessarily offend me, but they were at the cutting edge of it then.
Yep.
And now, what I'm saying, they showing all kinds of stuff, all kinds of alternative stuff.
Right.
Well,
so you know who makes it? It's the church that's so powerful in this country that makes, you know what I mean? Like if it was left to them to just do, just have carte blanche to what they want to do, they would ban none of that stuff would exist. You know what I mean? But it's them that fights, that forces people. Because I'm a person that I'll say the government really shouldn't have any hand in what I watch on my TV. I say whatever you want to play on it, play it, and let me be the judge of what I play in my household or whatever.
Right.
You know?
Or if I want to get drunk on Sundays, like there's no liquor being served on Sundays. I just think I think that kind of interferes with the, freedom of a lot of stuff, to where, what if I'm not, let's say I'm in this country, I don't have to worship a God. I could be an atheist, so I can't drink because, you know what I'm saying? I think that is so, and I'm not saying I'm an atheist, but I just think that violates a lot of shit to where you can't go purchase some beer on Sunday. Yeah. That's what the church and state, that's that shit at its finest right there.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have any.
They got their hands in all that stuff. They got their hands in the marijuana laws and shit. That's why it's not legal everywhere.
Right. We always said that shit. We used to ask, why isn't weed, blah, blah, blah? Because they got to figure a way out to tax it and get their share.
They got their hands on what you watch on TV, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. With the vape stuff, man, I mean, when the people start vaping, and people were kind of not buying, cigarettes like they used to, and the government started regulating stupid stuff too. You can't mix your own liquid in the shop, and you can't have a lab. You got to buy it, and then if they want to put, they put their hand on a lot of stuff, and they still pressing them because they want their share. You're just not gonna get away with that shit. You think they care about you mashing out 2 packs of cigarettes a day? Like, come on now. What they want their share, and now look, it's booming now. They figured out a way how to regulate it and make their money off it. And damn it, that's what they're going to do. What's up, Agent Smith, CX and producer? Shout out Adventurer. What's going on? But yeah, man. But
people smoking squares no more. That's kind of weird.
I can't stand the smell of squares,
I don't
bro.
like the smell of it.
Oh, man. I got to get out of Dodge, man. That's some nasty.
Changing, bro. Things are changing quick.
I can't see how you can sit and huff them things, man. Like, I don't know what I was
I just want to say for everybody that's listening that knew me when I used to smoke, like you could have told me that if you had just kind of kicked it with me and just been like, bro, you I probably would have a long time ago. I ain't smoked no cigarettes in years now, but if you had kicked it with me in like 2002 and just been like, hey, you really stop that shit. That shit is ridiculous.
That shit makes your dick small, yo.
I mean, hold up, cuz like why was that necessary?
I'm like
I'm lost in future niggas.
This is the shit I'm talking about, man. This is why we can't get along as
Don't cut his fucking dick off, Dwayne Wade, bro. You fucking tripping, dog.
What the fuck is that?
Nobody.
Who the fuck said that?
It's Boosie, man. It's Boosie. Yeah.
There's a little Boosie right there.
Yeah, man. I remember, smelling this, that, and then I used to wake up in the morning and like, cough up a fucking small sheep.
I never got to that point. I never kept an ashtray in my car.
Me neither.
None of that. I used to, I throw it out the window. But
fucking blacks, bro. I was
I
a
used to
black
smoke
head,
too,
bro.
man, especially when I was drunk.
I just pray that the Lord have mercy on me.
Bro,
I did tremendous damage back in the day.
I smoked them cools, bro. Them cools will sit you down for a little bit. Them cools will open your shit.
But it does make a difference to not do it.
It does, bro.
Motherfuckers ask me to smoke in my car and shit. That's to me that even ask that question is offensive.
You might as well take a shit in my car, man. I'd rather you ask me to take a shit in my car.
My house, in my,
But when
I
you used to
ain't gonna lie,
smoke,
I got I just can't even be around it no more. And the homies will tell you, I used to whatever. I can't even be around it no more.
Yo, you know what my mom's told me? She said she had a coworker back in the day. I remember the lady name was Miss Dorothy. And Miss Dorothy came over and my mom was like, she got offended when the lady lit up a cigarette in our house. And my mom asked her if she could smoke that, if she wanted to mind smoking outside. She got offended, so you can't tell me I can't smoke.
What?
That's how, I'm telling you, shit used to be able to, there was a smoking section on the airplane, yo.
Yeah, hell yeah. Goddamn right.
You believe that shit?
Restaurants, all that.
Yeah, I remember restaurants, but on an airplane. How the fuck you got a smoking section on an airplane?
You used to, man.
Yeah, you can't fucking.
Some shit go up in flames. Yeah, that was real liberal with the smoking, man. Offices and shit. Like this it was a social thing, man. They used to have, a mini bar and shit in the office. Maybe you get
they ban that shit in movies and all that shit. So that's why you don't see people smoking like that in movies and shit. You know,
It's still a mini bar in many office. It's just
right.
The cabinet.
Have a belt, shit out in the open and shit. Right.
Just pull that drawer open and shit.
Yeah, smoking was real. But people were like, man, I don't want to inhale that shit. I mean, look, I smoked for a minute, man. So I didn't think, when I stopped, that's when I'm like, damn, man, I went to the smoking section the other day at work, man. They smoked me out of there, man. I had to get up on out of there, bro. Like, god damn, bro. And anybody just in the middle of that shit, yeah, man, take care of your shit, man.
When did y'all start doing that shit?
I started at 20. I used to smoke blacks, man. Cause my
blacks first?
I started blacks first when my platoon sergeant. I used to have to be a platoon sergeant driver, and he smoked these nasty Camels. So I used to hit blacks every once in a while when I used to go out and drink and stuff. So I'm like, I went to the PX and bought a big ass box of blacks. I'm like, I got something for this dude. So he lit them Camels, and I started smoking them blacks. Next thing you know, it's been a fashionable thing. People come and stop by, hey, me get a black. So I started smoking blacks in like '96. Then I started when I was like 28. I started smoking Newports. 28.
Picked that up at 28?
Yeah.
R.I.P. to my R.I.P. I'm gonna put this on the record for posterity. R.I.P. to Mondarell Ross, my homeboy. God rest his soul. Right. He was my sweet mate in college. I would puff a black here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Then I started kicking it with them. They was a year older than us, so we used to go. Kick it on campus with them and go to the after. Go to the parties and this, that, and the third and stuff in college. And him and my partner Gene used to smoke squares. And I started smoking squares when I be drinking and this, that, and the third. And all of a sudden I'm smoking squares. I'm I'm smoking, I'm going in between squares and blacks and BDs. Never
Oh,
mess with them
BD,
never
dog.
mess with them golden miles.
Oh, I smoked those.
Very
Started.
Oh.
Nasty shits right there, bro.
But
Gotta
and
rate
then
blacks. The golden
graduated
mile?
from college. Graduated from college, and used to smoke squares. Didn't smoke at the crib. You know what I'm saying? I was smoking the house a little bit, but never kept an ashtray in my car. So my car, I tried to keep my car from smelling like squares. It failed.
Oh yeah, you can't help that, bro.
I'm teaching too. Shout out to my kids. I wonder, do my kids like, would they be like, Mr. Wallace smell like squares? Because I know, I go out on break and smoke me a square.
You can try to mask it, but it'll blend in with what you're doing. Like, oh, he got nice cologne on, but that nigga just smashed out a cool or something.
Smoke me a square and then walk right back in the building.
Oh yeah, you gonna fire, man.
Like
straight up.
Like Wheezy Jefferson, bro. You know what I'm saying? Walk right back in my class.
The kids was walking past Mr. Wallace like,
I know I was smelling like a square.
I'm allowed to choose your niggas.
Absolutely.
Class, nigga.
Kids be like, I'm gonna ask some of my students, like, did I smell like squares? And then, man, so that's my confession for the day.
I was a closet smoker. I didn't really smoke like in front of people. I smoked when I drove. That was the hardest thing to kick when I used to drive in the morning on my coffee, man. Go to work. That was the hardest thing to kick. I could not drive without smoking on the black, yo. Huh?
Smokers are finding each other now.
No, word up.
Like, you smoke?
Oh yeah.
Come ride. And y'all are finding common ground smoking.
It's hard to be in the closet smoking this shit, right? Or am I wrong?
Some people do it.
Yeah, I used to smoke in the closet, yo. Definitely. Eddie Kendricks used to smoke in the closet, man. They didn't even know he smoked, man. Died of lung cancer. I didn't know Eddie smoked.
I don't know who that is, but
man, because I didn't want to. I always just like I say I was dating somebody or something, or messing, kicking it with somebody.
Like the smoking and shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't smoke around here. I would smoke like I'd be waiting to get home. I gotta go. Shit, boy, hit that black on the way home, bro.
Oh, that's the worst though. Them black
cigarettes.
Cigarette.
Just for them to be in the black community,
girl that smoke, man.
And for them to listen. This is how I knew it was bad. Like, first of all, they in the black community. It's straight cigar smoke with no filter. And cats was inhaling blacks.
Yes, I was.
Inhale. Shout out to Foul Mouth from Detroit. There was a rumor I ran into. Never met Foul Mouth personally, but there was a rumor that said that during a studio session, he smoked 13 black and
God damn.
Shout out to Foul Mouth. Shout out to Pat. Shout out to Middle Finger Music. All of them. 13 blacks. And I'm gonna ask Blizzard.
13
but here's the thing: they bought into the single Black and Mild sale. You remember people was funny about selling.
Oh yeah. They broke them down, dog.
And they Black and Mild came back and they start packaging the Black and Milds individually.
Yep. The 25 a quarter, man, for a whole black, dog. I don't know why I used to buy them like that.
And when I was young, you'll meet a girl, like she might be in school or whatever, and she'll like hit a black where nobody can see it. Like, can I hit your black? I remember all that.
Right.
I remember that's a joke between me and my friends. We'd be like, she seemed nice, but I bet she'd hit a black.
Let you smoke a black. I know a few chicks. I know a chick now where she be hitting the black. Like, damn, with the wood tips, bro. Like, yeah, you a professional, huh? All I see with them wood tips, man. Like, Jesus.
Wood tips.
Yeah, the game got, huh?
Listen, I caught that. You know why I caught that tape on Freak Black?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because of that.
Word. I ain't freaking. I could freak him, but it took too long, man. I made it work.
My boy Mark Hills from Flint. Mark Hills was the first person I saw take all the tobacco out the black and leave it.
I used to do that religiously.
Repack it.
I used to do that religiously, yo.
Like that yellow film. Out
these days, I don't do it. When I was younger, I did it. With these days, I don't do it, man.
We were trash, bro.
I'm gonna hit a black. 3 good. Take 3-4 good tokes, man, and then it's done.
Man, I hit a black right now. I'll probably Earl.
Yeah, I've seen double automatically.
I'd rather smoke a cigar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like cigars. I like cigars.
Good cigars, good
That
dog.
was a long rabbit hole about blacks.
It's all good. It's all
That's
good.
grown man shit to do a cigar, man. It's grown
Right.
man shit. Yeah.
Let me since we talking, man, we shooting this shit. So I was watching an interview with, I think it was my man from the Goody Mob, and he said this. He said that nothing that Jay-Z ever put out could touch Pac shit that he put out. Doesn't even come close.
I'm starting to think that people are going on these spots just to have a moment.
I think too, because how many Tupac stories can a motherfucker tell, man? Jesus. Everybody was with Pac.
Dude was a legend, man.
So
you gotta stop fighting Tupac battles, man. I learned that because when I was in the Navy, we used to argue over Biggie and Pac. I think I might have said the story before, but it used to be like three of us, like, yo, Biggie this, Biggie, check out what Biggie said this, and Biggie said that, and it'd be 25 dudes on the other side ready to fight, talking about no way Pac. And they were so emotionally tied to that position. And I'm not emotionally tied to either position. I'm just saying Biggie to me was a better lyricist, but like, yo, you cannot argue with Pac fans, bro. They like zealots, man. And so I give up arguing with Pac.
I'm a Pac fan. Go ahead, Ross.
But I'm sorry. I do think that there's a school of thought that says Jay-Z in that era, and Jay-Z helped to contribute to the death of consciousness in mainstream hip hop in the late 90s. Think about it. So before Jay-Z and before Biggie, right? Biggie and Jay-Z. Biggie and Jay-Z. So Jay-Z, in my opinion, is from Biggie in a way. I mean, Jay-Z's his own guy. This, that,
like Bill Belichick is from Bill Parcells. I get you.
They're in the same coaching tree, right? In my opinion. So think about it. Even Nas had a certain level of consciousness to his music. AZ, Outkast, Wu-Tang, Dre and the Chronic and them. I mean, people talk shit about Dre and them, but the Chronic was about the riots, the 92 riots. Ice Cube. So the music had us, even though it was gangster, or even though it was, certain things, it still had a level of consciousness to it. When Jay-Z started to get popular, he got popular at the same time that other forms of hip hop started to become extremely commercially popular, and the consciousness it really kind of went by the wayside. So I understand how people feel some kind of way. There are people who feel some kind of way about Jay-Z and Biggie.
I think this is overblown because they didn't start that.
I don't know.
They didn't start that. If you want to blame somebody for that, the shiny suit era and all that, blame Puffy.
But Jay-Z was that's what I'm saying.
But everybody started doing that. Everybody had the videos. Everybody was doing the Hype Williams videos with all the shiny stuff going on. Even Nas had a shiny suit.
But Busta Rhymes,
the Locks had shiny suits on.
It's only 5 years left. All Tribe.
Right. Only 5 years left.
The Locks had on shiny suits.
Undercurrent, but with Jay,
Locks are trying to get paid though. They regret that shit.
That's what I'm saying though. But that's what people was going. People was shutting off Wu-Tang shit. I was trying to play Wu. Niggas was shutting that shit off.
You know why, bro? I'm gonna tell you this. I felt Wu-Tang dropped the ball in a sense, man, as far as the unit is concerned. I just think nothing after Wu-Tang Forever that as a group that I consume, man.
And the show is like you never want to meet your heroes. The show make me just think like I just wasted a lot of positive energy.
Oh yeah, Wu-Tang.
I want to know how the records was made, this, that, and the third. If it was like the show is.
Who is the people behind the show? Is it the Wu-Tang themselves doing it? It always goes wrong, man.
I mean,
because guess what? What I say the other day on the topic, I said men lie. That's what we do. We lie, man. True. So you're gonna be listen, man. The autobiography of See Me Hustle, the video auto or whatever, man. You know how great that shit is gonna make my life look.
Yo, it's like
not, but and I know they embellish stuff for TV. I ain't stupid.
Right.
It's kind of. I feel disappointed in the series.
Yeah.
To a degree.
Yeah.
I noticed. How can you corral 9 people to do anything? I get that.
Right.
Is
But
it worth?
the
Is
series
it worth
itself is
watching?
just-
Because I don't have Hulu, so I've only watched bits and pieces of it. But is it worth it? Watching it? Seems like you kind of out on it.
He's in the wall. I know he a woo head. Wallace love the woo, bro. Like I
One of the
found that
biggest
out.
woo heads
early.
that ever existed.
So
Bro.
yeah, he's gonna be a critic of that shit.
Kind of like
No,
So I might feel the same. I'm a huge Wu Tang head. Like,
the early part of the story was cool.
Yeah.
The early before they got on, but after they got on, it was just kind of. But I get it. It's disappointing.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, yeah, Jay-Z part of that same school of he benefited from the bling era in hip hop too.
Yeah,
benefited. He didn't invent anything.
I feel he picked the baton up a little bit from the energy.
I think he might have did it better. What's that commercial where we didn't create this, we just made it better or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I feel like Jay-Z just took what was already going and probably got paid the most off of it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Jay was a smart mouth, strategic gangster type. Like, and it wasn't, he was smart. He was smarter than a lot of people making music, but it was still that same thing. But I see it all differently. So
I mean, I just think when Reasonable Doubt came out, I felt like Jay-Z was nice, but he was a second fiddle to Biggie. And I think that's how it would have remained. I don't think he ever would have, I think Biggie would have went on to do bigger and better things. I just could felt like because Biggie had the right kind of motherfuckers around him, and Puffy had no choice but to, because Puffy was an innovative motherfucker. So Biggie was gonna stay on that train. So he had no choice but to do great things.
Niggas was grimy in the early 90s, far behind me.
Yeah.
Niggas fall behind me.
But we was talking about people telling their own story. And when I seen Straight Outta Compton when Dre knocked that Pyru out, I was like, Dre put that in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, they made Dre look like a real thoroughbred, man. Like, oh, he's dropping motherfuckers. It's like, nah, man, come on, Dre. You wasn't doing it like that, bro. I'm sorry.
Dre got a new video. Did you see the new Dre video?
No, I haven't seen it.
It's not a new Dre video. It's I think it's Anthony Spade, but Dre was talking about basically about that Sigma male shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the definition of it.
What's the Sigma male? Let's just define that for the audience and for myself, because I think Phil tried to school me. But what's the hell?
The dude on the outside of doesn't conform to the society's I guess expectation. If you want to classify men as alpha and beta, I think it's classified as alpha and beta are both from the same birth, if you want to put it that way, whereas Sigma is just on the outside of that. So Sigma doesn't conform to any of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't even want to.
They're equal as an alpha. I'm seeing the Sigma male.
We know that's a Sigma.
Apart from the alpha.
I'm trying to think like what the.
Okay, I'll put it like this. Okay, so if this whole thing was ball playing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kawhi Leonard would be a Sigma because he doesn't engage in this others. He just do his job.
Okay.
If that makes it, like, he don't engage in the the flexing and the
a real Sigma would be somebody who's not even in the NBA. NBA will be who's in the NBA will be alphas and betas, but Sigma will be somebody who could play basketball but refuse to sign up for the NBA.
That's actually correct.
Damn.
That's actually correct. Like Kyrie Irving in a way. But not even that.
Damn. Somebody just don't even want to play.
They don't follow the crowd. They're confident in themselves, know what they want. They don't care what
by themselves, always by themselves, bro.
These are men going their own way. These are empty towel guys.
Yeah,
right? I know Sigma males.
Don't marriage, no partnership of any kind. It's just I'm gonna do everything I'll do. I'm gonna do it alone. Oh. And in some ways, I identify as a Sigma. In some ways,
I don't know. I gotta. I thought when I first heard Sigma male, I thought it was like a bad version of a beta male.
Somebody who's just comfortable by themselves, you know what I'm saying? Just totally more comfortable by themselves than with any other partnership or any group. You know, prefer to be by themselves.
Gotcha. What motivates a Sigma male?
I would think that's an
everybody-
interesting question. Yeah.
Everybody's different, but what
Yeah.
motivates? So is I think it's not necessarily power in the same sense of an alpha male.
I don't think they're looking for power over people because they don't remember.
They don't need
want to deal with people. They prefer to not deal with.
They don't need the social hierarchy to thrive. It's some
people that probably excel working by themselves, not working with a company or working with a company that's really hands off. You know what I mean? Like, you know, my company I work for is pretty hands off to like, hey, you got to go here, I go there, and when I'm not there, and then I'm at home doing my own thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I would kind of classify as that person. The ultimate Sigma male is, and that's the why I brought up Dre, is if the clip in Dre's video where he states that he said for the first time, he said 57 years. Dre is 57 years old, and he said for the first time in my life, I'm free.
Right, because that companion was slowing him down.
I'm free from everything. I'm free from companion, free from a job. I don't have to work another day in my life if I don't want to. So it's free from any bills he don't want to pay. He's just totally 100%. He's not a slave to anything. Even his children are grown. He said, I don't have, like literally, I'm totally free. And Dre is of the opinion. He said, man, listen, yeah, I feel for you married motherfuckers. That's exactly I feel for you married motherfuckers.
So maybe the motivation then is freedom.
Yes.
True. Sounds like it.
Probably, yeah. That's a good concept.
Whereas the betas main motivation would be acceptance.
To make someone happy, yeah, acceptance.
Right.
Please. The alphas would be to dominate.
Shot caller, yeah.
Interesting.
A subordinate.
Are you a Sigma male? Are you an alpha male, wide body?
I say so. But I like the Sigma male. I kind of can I can vibe with the Sigma male shit. I'm reading the traits, and I feel a lot of that, man. I feel the solitary value from this, like the adaptability. They don't need social hierarchy. I don't need that. Self-sufficient I am. I like to be alone. I like to do things. I don't need attention sometimes. I love to be alone because I feel like I don't want to sometimes feel like I have to take care of somebody and they might hinder me from doing what I have to do. Although I can't completely say that because I'm hitched at the trailer, but I'm not a beta male. No beta males. Let me read some traits from a beta male.
I think I vacillate in between the three of them. Some ways. I mean, I'm
if we're honest, we all do. Probably all do.
There are times at which I do value a certain level of acceptance from certain individuals.
All right, let me read some of the traits real quick. They rely on others to make decisions. They are friendly and are friend zoned more often. They have trouble saying no. They are loyal to a fault. They respect leadership. They lack confidence. They have a big ego. Damn, they are a follower, not a leader. What would the ego have to do with lacking confidence? Why would that be in the same?
I think that as men, we determine that because a lot of dudes say that they're alpha males, but if you get a group of men together, it goes almost unsaid sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like you could have a dude that says he's an alpha male, whatever, and nobody follows him. That's not an alpha male, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? Nobody's listening to you. Nobody follows your direction. Nobody believes in you. No one has confidence in you. You're not alpha male. You know what I'm saying? So I think that men will determine almost silently who is the, you know what I mean? You put a group of men together, 10 dudes together, they'll figure it out. Even if we got to fight for it, you know what I'm saying? Even if you take it back to the old days. In the old days, that's pretty much, it will be the tallest guy, you know what I mean? It will almost be like the tallest, the most, you know what I mean? Because that would be the strongest. And he would be the alpha automatically off top. Now it's more, you know what I mean? I think it's more about intelligence. Alpha, but don't disregard the combat aspect either. But
I can't say, and well, first of all, they say there are 4 types of alpha males: commanders, visionaries, strategists, and executors. I can't sit and tell you that I'm 100% alpha male. I'd be lying to you. There's some traits that from the beta male stuff that I kind of, because I am I do like to. I am loyal. I respect the right leadership if that's the case, but I also can lead too as well. I think part of being a good leader is being able to follow leadership as well. I don't lack confidence. I don't have an ego.
If anybody got to ask, I mean, that tells you right there. You know, what I mean?
Right.
You don't have. It's not a question you have to ask.
It's like somebody saying they're a legend. I hate when people say, "I'm a legend now, man." That's not for you to say. That's for someone else to say. But I'm thinking of some of these, and I'm like, I don't like people making decisions. They're friendly and friend zone more often. I'm not really a friend zone type. I don't know.
Me neither. I won't hang around. I won't even put myself in the situation.
I don't like cliques and shit like that, especially like people click up and stuff. I just think that's.
You know how I feel about. I don't do friends with women at all.
No women friend, no platonic type of.
I mean, before I got married, I didn't do that.
I got female relatives and shit. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to talk to a female, that's what female relatives is for.
True. Yeah. Good point.
Yeah. Sigma to me is the way to go, man. It's like it's true independence from.
It's a hybrid alpha male.
I don't think it's a hybrid at all. I don't think so.
I'm just making fun, man.
Yeah, you're just a motherfucker. I don't want anything to do with what y'all have going on over there and the battle, who's more dominant, and who's this and that. I just don't want anything. Yeah. I almost prefer to be. And when I think back in my life, man, I think I always preferred to kind of walk the path alone. And I never was scared. You know what I mean? Like when it came time for me to, to join the military or whatever, and I did it. I signed up, and I went 4 days later. You know what I'm saying? There was no wait. There's no any of that shit. It was like, yo, this is what I want to do. I'm going to do it. There was never a question. I watched people, when I went to boot camp, watch people quit and, you know what I mean, pussy out or whatever, all through my career, I watched that. And I was like, that was never even an option for me. You know what I mean? Or any other choice that I made, and I'm the type of dude that, y'all know me. I get up and move every 2 or 3 years and shit. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask this question.
And move across the country and do it by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like wait for anybody, man. I just get up, and when I gotta move somewhere, I just go.
Let me ask this question then. Is it a natural progression then as the beta, either a beta male by definition, at least? A beta male either stays a beta male or they become a sigma male. It's more difficult for a beta male to become an alpha male. I'm just by definition.
Yeah.
And alpha males typically stay alpha males. And I would guess if they aren't the alpha male in a situation, they find a situation where they become an alpha male or where they can maintain being an alpha male.
I think
by definition.
I know what he's gonna say to this. I think of saying an alpha male that's majority alpha male maybe runs into a female that knocks him off his socks, and he gets with her and he loves her. He's willing to not get ran over, but bend in certain ways that he wouldn't have bent any other time. Maybe that comes with age, because think about it. I'm in my mid 40s, and I'm different than I was in my 20s. Like things that I wouldn't have stood for in my 20s and my 30s, that now I'm kind of like, I can say soft, but I've kind of softened up, man. I don't have that same fire I used to have as far as my temper and shit like that, man. So I think
that's a woman's nature, to needle you until you go from the alpha into a beta.
I'm talking about genuine shit. I'm not talking a woman
to their own detriment. That's the woman that's with you will do this, nigga. The woman that's with you will push you from an alpha off that perch. I mean, you just basically this is exactly what you just said.
And inadvertently or like purposely.
It's her nature to do it. She doesn't do it. She doesn't do it purposely. It's just her nature. It's up to you to resist that shit. So even though it's to her detriment, she still does it.
You ever say to yourself, man, when I was in my 20s, but 10 years ago, bro, this went down like this.
I don't have the power.
So,
what's up, Phil?
What up, though? From sort of the context of what I heard just a minute ago, Brother Malcolm is correct. I don't know if y'all remember the book I suggested last week. but Way of the Superior Man. It talks about how women will test a man just to see if he is true to his purpose. So no matter, it's not that she wants to tear you down. It's just the fact that she's going to do it to see if you're going to stand on your principles.
Right.
So, and you don't have to be a dick about it. You just be like, hey, this is what it is. This is how I am as a human being in my masculinity and my masculine energy. And it's just it literally is just a test to whether or not you're going to back down on your word. And then she'll back away.
You know what's interesting about what you just said, bro? It made me just think. So I was watching this program, right, with lions. And lions, to me, I'll always refer to lions because lions and humans, to me, are so similar. So, you know, the alpha male in a pack of lions, the alpha male will have like 3 or 4 female lions, right? And they'll have all his cubs or whatever, and they'll be the pride. And the alpha male, the male comes and goes as he pleases, right? He doesn't even do most of the hunting. The women do most of the hunting. He just goes, and when they finish the hunt, he goes and eats first. He gets them all the fuck out the way and say, now that y'all done hunting, thanks. Let me go ahead and eat first and shit. But anyway, what I saw was the alpha would leave, right, and go, 3 or 4 days, wherever he's going. And when he comes back, for whatever reason, and this kind of befuddled the scientists, they had their theories, but they don't know why. You know what the females would do when he's coming back? They fucking attack him. It's crazy. They start attacking the lion as if they don't recognize him.
But the thing is, I don't think it's an attack though.
The theory, so that's good that you said that, right?
That's not an attack.
The theory was, exactly what the fuck you just said, yo. The theory was, in order for this, even though he is there and he's the father of the kids, I guess either to keep him on point or to know that he's still on point or just a test, whatever it is, they attack him and he basically has to fight him up. Like, he's not gonna like kill him, but he's like, yo, what was going on? Like the lion's like bewildered. He's like, what the fuck is this? Like, what's going on? Why are y'all doing this? And it's almost like they're testing him to see if he still is fit to be the leader of the shit. And it's so interesting because just what you just said made me think of that. And I'm like,
yeah, I mean, because the thing is, it's just like us as men, man, like it's only so many things that can knock us off our arrow, bro. And women are one of them.
Yep. Kids.
Like, but the main thing, you can't have kids without a woman, bro. So like the only thing that can really knock a man, like if a man is truly divinely in line with his purpose, bro, like all this, like it's funny that you was, sending us that like beta, sigma, delta, alpha, omega, like it's a hierarchy, bro, like all that shit, right? All that shit, fuck all of that. If a man don't know his purpose, man, I don't give a damn what he is. Like the more you don't know your purpose, the more down the hierarchy you are.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when you know who you are and you know your purpose, you'll get everything you want in life, bro. It's inevitable. Like, because the thing is, your purpose and how you walk in that shit attracts people. Like, how many times have you seen, like as a man, on the man side, like a woman walking in her purpose, like, damn, it's something sexy about her. That woman walking in her purpose.
Definitely. Yeah,
like
definitely.
She doing what she is designed to do. There's something about her that you innately recognize as she's walking into something that you can't explain, but it's her. She's doing it to the utmost ability. The same way with like us as men, like we be like thinking like, hey man, I'm just trying to be like on my grind and da 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 da. Like you are focusing on who you need to be as a man, so you are naturally going to attract people. Period. People are attracted to people who know who they are. That's it.
Right.
There is no like second guessing it. Like there's no gift of gab. There is no game about it. People like people who know who they are, so they can figure themselves out.
Wow. Well said, man.
Like it's not, like you don't like how many guys, you be like, damn, how is he getting girls? Well, the nigga know who he is. And he does what he does.
Just coming out his pores.
Like, yeah. So like, at the end of the day, it's just like you have to know who you are and or at least be on the track of figuring it out. Cause like as we get older, the decades dictate, like, the shit changes, bro. Like everything changes. Our taste changes, our likes changes, our emotions changes.
That's what I was just saying,
sense
too.
of like like our sense of knowledge changes, like our theology changes, our reasoning changes. So long as you are changing with that, like the only thing that's constant is change, bro. And the reason people get so stuck in the battle of the sexes is because, like, yo, bro, you don't want to change. Right. Everybody else around you is changing except you. Right. Like it's like, you know, like until you decide, like, hey man, I'm gonna evolve as a human being. Because if you're doing the same, like, what's the old saying? If you're doing the same thing at 20 as you was, like, same thing at 50 as you was doing at 20, nigga, just go ahead and dig your ditch.
If you selling weed in the 90s and I have not upgraded to cocaine,
like, bro, like you want some, like, you want some different, you know, type of, like, you're not evolving. Like, God intended us to evolve as human beings.
Let me ask this. Can I ask this question though?
Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead, brother.
In a relationship, though, the person who dominates the relationship is usually the person that is the most resistant to change.
Not true.
Well, that's a double.
Not true. Because the thing is, what I'm learning, right? We are a reflection, like the partner that we are with is a reflection of the things we hate about ourselves.
Damn.
Because they literally, the things that we hate about ourselves are the things they do. And the thing, like, so it's not them. They're literally reflecting what it is that we give to them. So if you say a person doesn't want to change, like, well, what aren't you changing?
Right.
Like, instead of being like, here's the thing is with us as humans, stop being a finger pointer and start being a thumb pointer. You can't point your thumb at anybody else but yourself.
Yeah.
True. So whenever somebody, like, makes you mad, well, shit, why did he make me mad? Absolutely. I'm bigger than that. Like, why did, like, so it's not on, like, somebody doesn't want to change or somebody wants to dominate. They just reflect. Like, I had to learn that with my wife. Like, hey man, like, she was doing things that would annoy me, but guess what? I've pinpointed, rewound conversations where I did the exact same shit. And she's morphing into somebody that is a reflect. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting back what I put out.
So you saying you don't get your buttons pushed? You don't have that.
Like, but the thing is, every man gets his buttons pushed. But the thing is, we're supposed to be emotionally intelligent, bro.
Yeah.
That's what we're designed to do. Like, yes, life is 10% what happens to us, 90% of how we react to it, bro.
True.
So if you can't control the 90%, bro, like, that's what life is. Some things are out of our control. The one thing that is in our control is our emotions and how we react to shit.
Hey, Digger Hurts, what's up, Digger Hurts? Digger Hurts said this nigga Fields is crazy and wrong.
Hey, he can say what he wants to. I love him all to death.
Nah, this bullshit. Nah, thank you. What's up, Digger Hurt? Welcome, man.
That nigga drinking what you drinking, man? You drinking a fucking?
I'm drinking a.
I'm allowed to choose your niggas.
Yeah.
One of those.
Nah, just
you say you read a lot. You read too much.
Drinking some of that.
You on it? I like what you said about the your other half is somebody that you despise or something.
No, this is a reflection of you.
Reflection of you. Okay.
Like, everything that you hate about them, that quote unquote they doing to you, lo and behold, if you look at the traits that you admit to them, it's just some shit you doing to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I think women are very limited in what they're actually able to do. I just think women are limited. They can't achieve what us men have the ability to achieve. They can never reach certain levels. They can't. They just can't do it. They're incapable of doing it.
And what?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
every aspect of life. Like, if we left it to women, they can never create a society the way we as men created this. They can never achieve this.
It'd be totally different.
It would fail. They would die.
I mean,
only with females on the earth, or
all female, just all females, and they had to create a society. Even if we created it already and they just had to maintain it, they would still fail and fail fast.
I mean, I'm not going to debate it because there's documentation of, like, women's societies that have literally been eradicated because of what he's saying. So, I mean, I'm not arguing it whatsoever.
Right.
I just think that
it sounds very misogynist. It's the way I put it.
Yeah, it does.
I'm like,
I'm allowed to choose your niggas.
I mean, it's factual, but at the end of the day, like the thing is, man, it's just like women are multipliers, and until like women multiply, like they were here to be our helpmates, like that's what it was designed for. And I'm not like women don't kill me if you're listening to this. I'm just saying you're here to multiply the seeds of life that we give you, be it as a
Don't
child.
cut his fucking dick off, Dwayne Wade.
I don't say that to say like anybody is more important, like men or women are more important. I think we're both equally important to society. Right?
Thank you for saying that, brother.
Yeah. So I don't want to make it seem like men are more important or women are more important. I don't feel it.
Guys heard that.
Yeah. Our brother Malcolm is growing.
But he sees. I see what he's. I see.
I've never felt that. Men
They're essential. We're both essential, but we have our roles, and a lot of times the roles, do you see more of the women trying to cross over to the men roles than?
I feel like we're better.
But let me ask you this.
But we're not more important though.
Let's talk about this. So what about a woman? She should be able to stand on her own too if she does not have a.
She can't though. Well, what I just said. You hear what I just said?
I'm saying, but she's gonna have to.
Let him finish. Hey, stall him out, Debo. Let him finish.
Golly.
Damn.
Let him finish, Kenny. Did y'all see that shit?
Yeah. Go ahead, Why?
I don't mind. Everybody's for somebody. You have women out there that are not hitched up, maybe just because of chance, or maybe they haven't found the right one. So they have to have some kind of stability with them. They should be able to. This is nothing new.
Section 8.
Damn, boy. Woo.
Without government.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why can't they do it? I've been in these other countries, bro, where they don't have that shit.
None of that stuff don't exist, huh? I know we're talking about that.
I've been there, bro.
I think
and that's not to say they can't work and they can't provide for the family and all that in their own way, but they can't do it as good as men can.
Okay, that's what I'm looking for.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Wallace. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Somebody say today, shout out to the Minister Jap. I happen to be listening to that today. Minister Jap trip. And
you can listen to that. I have a hard time.
I mean, in passing, he wild. But he said that modern men and women are different in that modern men are capable of loving a woman without condition, and modern women are not.
That's facts.
That a long time ago. Yeah.
I mean, that's 100%. That is not. That's
treat me like I'm stupid. See that wide body? Treat me like. See, that's the song title. See? Hey,
what is it? That is incontestable, my brother. Incontestable.
They love you for what you can provide to.
He was saying that men truly embody love, the concept of love.
And you want to know how this is true?
Right.
All right. Here's what we're gonna do for you married brothers. All right. For the next month, you get absolutely no sex. For the next, let's go 6 months. You get no sex from your wife, but you got to stay in a relationship. You got to still be married to it. And at the end of 6 months, whatever, right? After that, continue on as you continue. Would you still love your wife?
Always.
Probably, yeah. I mean,
I'd be pissed a little bit, but I'd
be angry.
It's not.
Yeah.
Now tell your wife you're not paying any bills for the next 6 months.
Next 2 weeks. It'll be interesting.
All right.
I mean, look, he has 100% a point in the sense that, like, the love that we get and that we have to fight through is based on. It's not just cause.
All right.
And the thing is, like, we are required to love just cause. And the thing is, I think it's more so in, like, not necessarily influenced, but pronounced in the modern day dating society. And because I mean, like, hey man, like I tell you, my grandparents have been married for, like, what is it? She about to be 7. They've been married for over 50 years. And he's the only man. Like my granddaddy worked. My grandma didn't. Like she raised the kid. She did the household. Like you know what I'm saying. Like I just saw him 5 minutes ago, and it's just like nothing has changed as far as he loves her unconditionally. She loves him unconditionally. But they knew their quote unquote role in the family. Like he provided, she nurtured, right? But now the way that society has morphed us, like, and the thing is, I think it's a whole plan on society. Like, right? Everything let's just look at, like, he raised 4 kids and me on one job.
True.
One job in the 80s, 70s, and 80s. One job took care of him, her, he provided 7 people. Nurtured, right? But now the way that society has
who watching YouTube?
Us, like who watching? And the thing is, I think it's the whole plan on society. Oh, yeah. So and so by society and inflation, it's now almost mandatory that a woman has to, get a job, right? Because it benefits society. It benefits like the system, like to separate people. Like division is the greatest like power in the world, bro.
Not just that, but it's a tax base. There's a whole tax base that wasn't contributing in the 40s and the 50s. A whole tax base. Somebody came up with the bright idea and said, yo, we have over 50% of the population. Remember, women are a larger percent, like 52% of the population. Men are like 48% of the population. There's a larger than more than half of the amount of people in this country are not being taxed. So when you think about feminism and the women's liberation movement, you want to know who was a big time contributor into that? Not only men, very, very rich men who wanted to become even more richer. They were a huge contributor to the women's movement because it benefited them.
That's something out of it. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah,
I hear what you're saying.
Look that shit up. Look at the Rockefellers and all that shit. Look at that. Look that shit up.
When they couldn't count that motherfucker money the Rockefellers had.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
They were big time contributors to fucking women's movement. Yeah, because it was that extra base they can tax.
I ain't mad. You know what's funny? Alpha males, they like strong, confident, and independent women as well. They say they're attracted to them. These women know what they want and aren't afraid to go after it. These women are usually self-sufficient and don't need a man to care for them. They also have a strong sense of self-worth, making them attractive to alpha males. You guys agree with that statement?
I don't think an alpha male gives a fuck what a woman does.
Doesn't.
No,
but that goes against what Phil says as far as the woman being a reflection of,
I'll train the woman to do what I need her to do.
Oh my God.
See, yeah, I can't. Yeah.
Hey, well, I mean, then
That's
you let your
bullshit.
woman.
You can't see that, brother.
You gonna let your woman leave her to
Don't
her
cut
own?
his fucking dick off, Dwayne.
We've already said that's a failure. We've already said women left to their own devices are failures.
But we left to our own devices is a failure, bro. No, yes, bro. First of all, we have a group, right? A man alone on an island will kill himself. We left alone will fail. Like, so don't let's not get it twisted. Let's go back to the whole, like, every man like needs a tribe of men that he can confide into to produce this kind of like quote unquote like sense of self. The whole Sigma, like what you're saying, a man left alone is a Sigma. He's an alpha who can be by himself and just go run out there. That's like less than like 2 or 3% of men, period.
5%.
Yeah. So an alpha needs
betas,
yeah
10% alphas and 5% beta.
Yes. So a man left alone will not succeed by himself. Those dudes are far few and in between, bro. So if you're talking about an alpha who's on the like a lower end scope, he needs that hierarchy to make himself feel like he's somebody. So if he's by himself and he's left alone and he's quote unquote alpha, he's probably an omega fronting.
I don't know what feelings is not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is survival. No basis of survival. Women left to their own devices won't survive. They can't. They can't. Without the interdiction of a man, a woman needs a man. They need them. Even the hoes need the hoes out there. They need a pimp or something to guide them, just for guidance purposes. Women are a woman by herself is lost without a man. Now, I'm not just saying any man can guide her. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like mental, you know, just we all know there's fucked up dudes out there. There's not everybody's not on point. Every man is not on point, but that's something we all know. We've been told that our whole lives, especially about black men. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying it's up to you to guide your woman, to train your woman to what you need her to be. That's what I'm trying to say in essence.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing further than that. I ain't saying, don't get it twisted. I ain't saying you gotta beat your woman into submission or anything like that. I'm just saying strictly guide her into what you need from her. And she's gonna get what she needs from you.
Fair. Why about you muted?
I don't. Did I say I didn't like? Did I say I didn't like the word train? Did y'all hear that? I said I didn't like the word train.
I didn't hear it. We just heard it right now.
Train sound. I like guide, and I think you kind of corrected that. I like, it's your household. I mean, a real woman's gonna that shit goes.
I made it sound like an animal or some shit.
You made it sound real barbaric. Well, I ain't gonna say barbaric, but you said train like you got a new employee.
Better choice got better
choice. Work shirts and shit, man. Like,
but guide her. Yeah, the women need guidance, bro.
Guidance. I like
to get what I need from you. Yeah, you need guidance. You need to learn my way of doing.
So you can't get anything from a woman. You can't get anything
because your way of doing stuff that you've been trained from your past. That shit ain't gonna work over here, man.
Some of these presidents, say John Adams, I'm just using his name as an example. He said his biggest advisor was his wife when he was in office.
Yeah, it sounds like some beta shit.
Most trusted confidant.
Yeah.
We talking about a leader of the free world, though.
It sounds like some beta shit. Hey, that don't mean you an alpha male, nigga. Just
can a beta male be a president? So we couldn't sniff that shit out?
What you think, man? What do you think Barack is, bro? You think Barack was an alpha male?
Nah.
You think any of these niggas is alpha males? Any of these presidents that you in your 40s?
I think it's hard to be an alpha male as a public servant. I think that shit's almost impossible.
I humbly disagree with y'all, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, man? Talk.
I mean, like, it's like the thing is, man, it's like to disregard like the woman's role in the maturation of the man. Like it's like the thing is, you may have a program, bro, but if you don't have somebody to like just say, hey, have you thought of it this way?
I don't.
And no. See, that's the thing. You so quick to answer, my
brother. Let him go.
Like you so quick to answer. Like, and that's one thing. Like I'm learning. Don't be quick to answer. Be quick to listen and understand, and then you decipher whether or not the shit is real or if it's something that you want to be applicable to your life.
Okay.
Like you don't have to you don't have to answer. Like, bro, I've seen so many people blow something off and then later be like, shit, I should have listened to that.
All right, I'm saying I'm gonna listen.
You know what I'm saying? Like the thing is, like from a woman, and the beautiful thing about a woman is, like I said, it's a reflection of me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if some shit I don't like about her, then obviously some shit I don't like about me. So if she like, hey, like if I want to be the best man I can be, I need a mirror, right? And sometimes we lie to the mirror, bro. But if it's somebody there that's gracefully gonna say and humbly gonna say, like, hey, babe, this is what you're doing. This is what you are doing. We cannot take our eyeballs out and look at us, nigga. Like we can't. It's humanly impossible. So to say like we don't do some shit is a fucking lie. Period. Period.
Can she do that?
Bro, period. If it's something that my wife says I do, I'm like, well, damn, I step back. Hey, and I replay the shit like it's a movie. Like, hey, did I do that or didn't I do that? And if I did do that, how can I not repeat that behavior? That's help, bro.
Was she able to do that when she walked into the relationship?
Bro, it's not about whether or not she's able to walk into a relationship. The thing is, you could be an alpha male and listen to a woman that you're not a beta. Like, that's what I'm saying. You saying like a man listen to his wife is a beta. Like, no, bro. That's as alpha as fuck. That's alpha as fuck to listen to somebody be like, yo, bro, that person can help me improve me being the greatest person I can be. That's as alpha as fuck as you can get.
You blew off my question though.
Because it was irrelevant.
What was the question?
Because you, like Malcolm, you knew what we was talking about, bro. Because that was not what we was talking about.
I asked you, was she able to do that when y'all day one of y'all relationship?
I don't think
that's irrelevant, bro. That is irrelevant because it takes time to see your.
That's what I was gonna say. It takes time, and
that's irrelevant. So that's why I blew that question off, bro. She cannot instantly say like,
prosecutor. I rest my
how was that resting any case?
It takes time. It takes time for her to what? It took time for her to what?
You guys get to learn each other and shit.
Okay. Damn. Listen to that.
But you're saying you can't learn. But you're saying you can't learn anything from her
without your guidance.
You saying
it's not guidance, bro. That's your faults.
Yeah.
You're learning from your faults by the mirror that is in front of you as a wife.
She doesn't learn who you are, and she's still trying to.
She repeats what you are, Malcolm. She don't learn shit. She repeats you.
She's trying to change you without knowing who you are. What is that,
bro? She is not
offering.
Bro, she is literally being a vessel of a mirror to show you what you don't like in yourself, bro. What you get, bro. The relationship that me and you have. If me and you always been 100, we always like, hey, bro, we kept it like peaceful. Da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like, if, hey, bro, I bought lunch today. Today's what? Sunday. You brought lunch Monday. I buy lunch Tuesday. You buy lunch Wednesday. There's a reciprocation because there's a behavior that you've adopted from me and that I've adopted from you because that's the relationship that we have. It's a reciprocal.
Bro, I think I'm gonna be who I am regardless. And the way men are,
bro, it's a relationship. That's relationships, bro.
You're who you are, and it's kind of like, hey, we're kind of similar. We're going down the same path.
But it's reciprocity, bro. And with a woman, reciprocity happens. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I'm just saying the way men are, we're just like we kind of meet up going down that same road, and we're just like, "What's up? Do you want to be my friend?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, cool. You know what I mean? Let's be friends and shit." Since we're going this way, we're going the same direction. This is who we are. I don't then turn around and be like, because number one, I'm not getting pussy from you. So a male friendship is through, because trust me, if somebody is going this way and I'm going this way, we're not being friends, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're going a whole different direction than me. We may be acquaintances. We may say, hey, what's up, man? What's going on? You know, every day when I'm going this way, you going that way, we say, hey, what's up? But we ain't going nowhere together. We're not walking together. We're not building. We're not doing any of that. So dudes, we're going to be similar. But I would never say, hey, man, Ortiz, I noticed that when you walk with these pairs of shoes on. I think you should change those shoes and you should walk with these shoes if you want to be my friend. That shit would never happen.
I think, yeah, that's a little too. Yeah,
you fuck yourself.
That's.
I'm gonna wear what I want to wear. I'm gonna do what I want to do. The person who I was when you met me, this is the person I am. Either respect it or we don't have to be.
So hold on. So let me ask you this, Malcolm. So you saying that so you have no flaws. So if you did, so you're not. We're not perfect. We have flaws. So if you have your helpmate and maybe you did some imperfect shit. And she maybe point that up to get you back.
Right now, I'm just concentrating on just a male relationship.
Okay, all right.
That's what I'm concentrating on. So, in the fact that the difference is in between those things, because I won't ask you as a man to change who you are to be my friend. I'm not going to do that.
Not conditional, no way. It's like,
yeah, it's not. It can't be. It's like, yo, listen, you may like to do something, right? You may like to hang out with a person I don't like. And right. You know what? Hey, it is what it is, dude. I can't tell you, hey, yo, Fields, I don't like this nigga Fields, yo. You know what I'm saying? If you fuck with him, I'm not fucking with you. I can't. And I know people do that, but that causes rifts. You know what I'm saying? That kind of shit causes rifts.
Hell yeah, dude.
So men, we generally don't do that shit. If it's really that much of a problem, if I really don't like this nigga feels, and you insist on chilling with him, they're y'all boys, then you know what? Me and you may not be able to be friends. And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, the thing is, what's different with a woman is women, they do make us change. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a difference between a woman male relationship than there is with, say, me and Fields. There's a difference there. And this is what I'm trying to highlight is the fact that there's a difference with two men. I'm not gonna put that on you to change. Hey, you got to change who you are as a man to be my friend.
I don't like your fucking attitude.
I think the thing is like the whole make change versus whether or not you want to change, right?
But I don't require any changes from you as a friend. I don't require any.
Yeah, no. I get that, but in the sense that like, if there's something that, as a friend, I can be like, hey man, I think this will help your life. Would you hear me out?
Reggie, there's a question.
Would you hear me out? If I was like, hey bro, would you hear me out? Like, hey, like,
me to quit smoking squares in 2002.
Yeah, right. Like, hey bro,
it's up to me.
Right.
Whether or not I want to hear you out.
But the thing is,
you may get to the first word, and I may just say my mind is bullshit, and I don't want to hear nothing else. But that's me making up my mind as a man.
Hey, it's cool. And the thing is, the same thing is, but if you get into a committed relationship with a woman, she's gonna challenge those things for you, and you can either decide whether or not you want to be in that relationship, or you can end it. But the thing is, I guarantee you, it's gonna be some things that you see that quote unquote she does that are just you personified. And if it's some things you don't like, then hey, maybe that's some demons or some skeletons you don't want to face. That's cool, bro. Hey, that's cool.
Well,
you ain't got to change
whatever it is me. If a woman selects to be with me, then she's choosing to be with me.
But the thing is, like us as men, though,
I'm not adjusting.
But
I'm not adjusting for anybody. I'm not adjusting for anybody.
But even if you're like, so let's say you're dead wrong, you wouldn't adjust for anybody if you're dead wrong.
If I see that I'm dead wrong, but if I don't see it, then no.
I think that's what he's trying to. That's what we're trying. I think that's what I was trying to say because look, you're helpmate. You're not perfect. You do shit that you make mistakes sometimes. Maybe how you carry something or how you took care of something. And we're not perfect. Your helpmate is that, hey, hun, blah blah blah. This looks like this.
That only happens after you teach her, after you guide her, after you train her. All the words that motherfuckers don't want to hear.
That's not.
How you are.
That's me.
You don't train somebody. Like if you dead wrong, like if you foul and yell at somebody, if they ask you a simple question.
I gotta train a woman to be with me. I gotta train you into here's what I like to do. Here's what I like in the morning. This is what I like. Okay. Here's what we're doing. And then we can go from there. You're going to adjust.
So let me know when that. Let me know when that. Hey, let me know when I need to book my flight to Thailand. I'll be there to be at the wedding.
It hasn't worked for me yet. It hasn't worked out for me yet, but we're gonna ride.
Okay, so DR, Colombia, Thailand. Just let me know where I gotta go, bro. I'll be there for the wedding.
Hey yo, her say yes. Her say you had some Marv Albert headphones on, man.
Who, me or
Phil say got some NBA post game interview headphones.
Man, look, hey, Diggerhurst just mad because this point guard is about to get locked up. That's all.
What'd he do? Who going to jail?
Oh man, look, Ja Morant probably
ain't. Ja. He a Christian now, man.
Look,
Deacon Morant.
Hey. Ain't no atheist. Hey, ain't no atheists in foxholes now. Apparently, right? He was a thug. He was a thug a week ago.
We're tying his ass off.
Yo, he gonna be pissed off now. Yo, he gonna be bad in the comments.
Hey, look, ain't no atheists in foxholes. I saw the light. I was in South Carolina. I know Jesus exists.
Oh no.
Now I went to Memphis. Jesus walking down Beale Street. Hallelujah.
John Morant tied his ass off right now.
Look.
He laughing. LOL. I'm choosing niggas.
All right.
I'm allowed to choose the niggas.
He really said that in a whole sentence, dog. You didn't do it in a couple of words, like blah blah. That motherfucker said a whole bar and shit.
I'm allowed to choose the niggas.
Round with that, nigga. Follow up. Bro.
Wow, nigga, hold that.
What's the next sequence?
Supposed to be, I'm too fly for the roof, bitch.
Oh, let's see. Survey, son.
I'm allowed to choose the niggas.
Say you're a Laker fan first.
Too fly.
Oh, that's even worse, man. That's even worse, man. He got the scarecrow at power forward, and then he got a.
Hey, y'all want me to play the Anthony Davis sound effect? Hold on. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Did he really make that sound when he got hurt?
Yeah.
I gotta find it. I'm sorry.
I oversaw the NBA voiceovers.
Oh yeah, well, Chris Bosh one.
My man, every time this nigga every time Davis go down and shit, he played like a leg snapping.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
refrigerator and shit. He hurt himself, grab his ankle and shit. Get something to drink. Warriors, man. I heard they who's coming out the West now, man? Who we got out the West? We're talking basketball.
You know,
I low key like the Nuggets.
No idea. You think they can do it?
Like I really think Jamal Murray is, so long as he's probably like the X factor. If he can do what he do, because Jokic gonna get a triple double, bro. It just seemed like he a triple double magnet. Bro.
Hold on, man. Digger Hurst said, "Nigga, the Pistons are about to be a D League team. Correction, G League team."
First of all,
hey,
the worst record in the NBA, but they trying to get my man though. They trying.
Yeah, and then our starting point guard got hurt in like game 5.
What'd you say, Wall?
You need to see the bigger picture.
Right.
Yeah.
They rebuild.
They doing what they supposed to do.
Yeah, like they're tanking on purpose because our point guard got hurt in game 5.
In Memphis to stop acting tough.
Yeah, right.
Little baby gangsters.
Yeah. Like what was it? What's my man name? Brooks was in an interview talking about, "Hey man, I'm so proud I could be the next Draymond Green." Go look it up.
Oh yeah, that dude there, bro.
Yeah. So yeah, now you want to fight him? Yeah, and Desmond Bain acting like he's somebody.
Well, Desmond Bain like he's playing the NBA.
Hey, but watch out for Draymond. The way he caught my man in that practice, bro. That boy got some Muhammad Ali reflexes.
He ain't doing that to Desmond Bain, bro. He ain't doing that to Desmond Bain. That nigga look like a football player. That nigga doing the wrong sport, huh?
Desmond Bain's like 6'3", like 200, ain't he?
Bring up a picture of Desmond Bain, bro. Bring up a picture of Desmond.
Hold on, how you gonna hit somebody with your fist and your shoulder at the same time?
That shit wouldn't have buzzed. That shit wouldn't have budged Desmond Bain.
What's it?
Yeah, Desmond Bain a little.
He played the wrong sport.
Oh shit, never mind. That nigga 6'5", 216. I thought he was shorter than that.
Oh yeah,
I don't think he know 216, bro.
That's big.
I don't think he knows 216.
That's what it say on the NBA joint. But damn, I knew he was 6'5".
Say LeBron weigh 240 too. I don't believe that shit either.
Oh, protein shake drinking, man.
Yeah, nigga. Nah, that shit wasn't a rock. That shit rock Poole, because Poole like 180.
He a little fragile, little 2 guard.
Poole like 180. Desmond Bain probably about 240, bro.
Yeah, he break his hand. He'll break his hand on that one.
That's crazy. His name is Bane, and then the motherfucker shit.
ECU.
Yeah.
Okay.
That motherfucker.
Oh, he got muscles.
Oh yeah. Nigga look like a defensive end. Nigga,
hey man, y'all motherfucker hear what happened to Wiggins, man?
Nah, hopefully that white shit ain't the truth.
But I'm not.
I don't know if it's true. Them internet rumors ain't.
Man, them kids don't look nothing like him, man. That dude got a face. That kid face look like Middleton. It look like Middleton in the face. Them kids.
His best friend.
No, hey,
they said every time they come out with a rumor, that should be wrong, nigga. They said them cops was, you know what I mean? The cops beat that dude up because he was, you know, Man, every time the internet come out with a rumor, the shit's wrong, bro. I don't believe that shit. Till it's verified, I don't believe it.
Hold on, now. I'm thinking some reputable outlets.
Only reputable outlet, nigga, that showed that shit.
TMZ doing it, I'm believing it.
Yeah, TMZ show it, and same thing with Wiggins. I believe it, but yeah, till I see
what
that.
TMZ talking about. I'll be messed up. Them both his kids ain't his, man. I mean, with you,
it happens. It happens a lot, bro.
Yeah, like
it happens way more than people think. Man, somebody shit got retracted. Digger Hurst.
Oh, he said that's factual. He said nigga. He took it out. He said, oh, the little. Never mind. That's factual. Yeah, I hope that's not the case, man, because that's he got that hurt, man. I don't know. I don't know what it'd probably be temporary insanity, man. You just think you raising some kids, you think that's yours, and she didn't did that to you with your best friend. Man, you just hurt all around. Your other half and your day one.
Nah, because she instantly, because I looked it up the minute Wallace had said something, and she's like, the damn internet, like, y'all really believe this shit? Like, she posted it on her Twitter, and I was like,
she had to.
I was like,
make it look convincing. Look upset. Look.
They should have did a joint statement like Derek Jackson and his wife did.
Man, shut up.
Giving her head hard as hell.
Yeah.
Like,
Have you seen? I hate have you seen her latest videos, man? She
went nuts.
Yeah,
his wife.
Yes,
it's damn shame what he did to that, and that's what you get. You get these beta motherfuckers out here that cater to women, and then look what he did. And then you got women that's lining up to fuck with this dude. You know what I'm saying? They just line, and he ain't picking no good women. He ain't picking no good Christian women. He picking thoughts off IG and shit, nigga. So, why would you believe a word this nigga ever said, son? Why would you ever believe a word this nigga? This nigga's such a fraud, yo.
Yeah,
well,
you can't.
You know, if a brother is, here's what I've learned. If a brother is dark skinned and he cock strong, he got a chance. Somebody gonna like it. Somebody gonna like it.
It's women line. He does like seminars. It's nothing but women. They all line up because they all, they want to hear what this nigga got to say, because he gonna tell you. He got somebody did a mashup of all the shit that he said. That nigga that you look at it now.
Here's my thing. Oh, he tells women what they want to hear. Here's my thing.
He's such a hypocrite.
I think we all got a lot of work to do on ourselves.
Amen.
And we can talk about how certain individuals got different things to work on than other people. Men got some different things on the whole to work on than women do.
It would have been nice if Derek Jackson would have said that about himself instead of talking about niggas like me and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I agree.
100%. But it's just funny to do it.
I agree.
This motherfucker.
I see
the mother of his children going crazy.
I have seen the entirety of the cycle.
The mother of his kids is talking in tongues on the fucking internet live for the world to see that shit.
The kid, listen, I'm gonna say this, and I hope I don't offend nobody. I might, I don't know. I have seen young people grow and known their family and seen them grow all the way through elementary and into adulthood.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't have a personal, I'm not a family member.
Right.
I may be an educator, or I may be, and what I will tell you is that the unfortunate truth is we have to do a better job of taking our job seriously as parents.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
We have to do a better job of staying connected with other parents and working together to build community. I think that's part of the gap. And I think, just as my boy Quan say, we try to push and work for more Black men to become teachers to go into the school, when in actuality, we need to work on fathers. We need to work with fathers. Not saying fathers versus mothers or none of that, but saying working with fathers and supporting fathers, because it's a lot of things that we don't necessarily have all the answers on.
52% of Black men don't have kids.
Picture this.
52% of Black men don't have children.
True, but I'm
Work
talking
on the
about
48% that do.
I'm talking about those who do.
Picture fads, father fads.
Almost 70% of black women have children.
Or the Me Too movement with fathers, and
I'm gonna say this too, though.
What
We
does
have
that
a
tell you?
lot of I've over my time, I've seen a lot of mentorship groups for men, for young men, for boys. Boys need to do this. Boys
A lot
need
of
to
them
put their
are
pants
not
on.
having
Boys
kids.
need to put their ties on. Boys need to know how to tie up a tie, this, that, and third. I don't see as many mentorship groups or groups of that nature. for young ladies.
Okay, so
Did you see my man who had the 9 baby mamas and shit and talking about I
I
didn't
did.
want. Yeah, did you see that shit?
What did he say?
He has 7 babies by 7 different women.
And he told them he didn't
Like,
want
I
them.
told all of them I didn't want the child, but they kept it anyway. And I told
Yeah,
them,
them was the
not
only
gonna be
ones
here.
that
I
keep
didn't
them.
want nothing to do with it, and they did it anyway. So, just like they said,
That was the only ones. Them was the only 7 that kept the kids. The rest of the bitches he nutted in because he said he not wearing no protection. He said, and they know that shit from.
That
them.
sounds like somebody I know. Hey, Digger Hurt said Wiggins' girl was a reflection of things he hated about himself. That's why she cheated.
That's funny.
That's wild.
That was Digger Hurt.
God. Damn, Bills, yo.
That's
nobody's
back.
saying
You
I
wanna clap back?
power, but
Man, hey, no, man, I'm not. Look, first of all,
Stubborn motherfucker.
hey,
No, he's just fucking with you. Fucking with you.
hey,
You
until
talking about
Digga
John
Monday gets,
Morant.
until
Until
Digga
you
Monday
talk
gets
about
on this podcast, I'm just gonna laugh at his comments.
Yo.
So, but no, I want to get back to brother. I got a question for brother Malcolm, right?
Come on.
Because you were saying, like, you were bringing up statistics about, black men or men getting laid versus men not getting laid. So what programs do you suggest for men not getting laid then?
No, I'm just saying. I think men are making more
They
and
should
more
know
men are
college.
guarding their sperm because it's
No, I don't think that. I don't.
52% of black men don't have children.
No, they don't have children because they don't have mates. So what do you suggest that?
Maybe some of them don't have that option.
No. They, like, just keep it a buck. We know who ain't getting laid, bro. So what's the programs for them cats? Because they're incels. We know it. Like, let's don't sugarcoat it
that
now.
don't have children.
Don't sugarcoat it now.
That are not like the type of dudes that you're talking about, bro. I'm just telling you, man. There's these dudes are out there. If you think it's all these dudes that don't have kids because they can't or they can't have sex or they're not having sex, I would disagree with that.
if the average salary for a man is $40-some thousand, but the typical woman above the age of 25 expect more money than that, is that the reason why they're not getting laid?
It could be. It could be dudes are just working on themselves and they're choosing not to have kids. Well, whatever the cause is, and let's not get away from the facts. The facts are most women are having, and this is especially in the Black community, the majority of women that have multiple kids there's a huge percentage, way bigger percentage than any other race that have multiple fathers to the kids. We are by far the largest. Our women are by far the largest percentage of that demographic.
So then, who's the biggest influencer in a little girl's life?
Fucking daddy.
Yeah, but if your dad got multiple little girls and shit from different,
but what
or
Wallace
like this
said,
nigga with the 7 kids and shit.
But what Wallace said, you focus on the daddies.
That's
I would like. Where I would disagree with that.
No,
focus on the girls and teach them.
No,
you don't
bro.
get pregnant.
Do you have a daughter?
You are the guardian.
I'm only pulling this trump card. I'm only pulling this trump card because I see my daughter looks up to me, and I literally tell her things, and she's like, "Yes, daddy." I literally see in her eyes how important what my words mean to my daughter.
Yeah.
So as a father of a daughter, I know verbatim what I'm saying is the fact that me as a father, if I was not here, there is nobody to save her.
Word up.
Nobody. Not a single soul will save my daughter but me. So work on the dad. Period. So what Wallace is saying is right, Malcolm. I'm gonna hear what you got to say, but me as having a daughter, like, I see it in my daughter's eyes how much my words mean to her than any other man or any other program or any other thing I can put her in could trump.
Bottom line
Bro.
is women are the guardians of sex. They're the ones who's yay or nay when it comes to sex. It's their body. They give the okay for the key to enter into that lock. All right. There are over 30 forms of birth control. I think at last count there's 36 different forms of birth control for a woman to choose from. 36. There's two
I
for
put a
a
hat
man.
on, dog.
There's two for a man. Condom or snip snip.
Put a hat on it.
There's over 36. So I'm sorry, bro. You putting all the blame on the men. All right, that's a blame I refuse.
Bro, but if you have the
refuse to accept
kid,
that.
bro, if you have the kid, you are a father. And you're talking about focus on the woman. Me as a father, I'm going to focus on my daughter. So if you have a daughter, it's your job as a father to focus on that daughter and not to leave her abandoned for hopefully somebody
You're saying
else
two
down the
separate
line.
things now. Now
I
you're
think
saying-
no work to do.
Yeah, I'm with Wiles on that. I think I damn sure. Even though,
But he's saying
50%
two
you
different things. He's saying the father needs to work on the daughter. Well, then if in effect you're saying two different things, bro. You know what I mean? At
No,
first,
the father,
on
like
men.
Phil was saying, the impact he
fathers,
has.
but then you got to work on your father. Got to work on your daughters. And I think you're saying two different things.
Are we? You saying two different things, Phil?
No,
saying
because he
work on the
asked
fathers,
the question. He's
in
like, hey,
turn, the
focus on
fathers
the
work on the
girls.
daughters.
He said, focus on the women, but who focuses more on the women than the fathers of the women?
Well, back in the day, they had
going back to Wallace's point, you build up the dads in the community who have children, not the ones who don't have kids, the ones who have children.
Mhm.
The dudes who don't particularly want to have kids or decide like, hey, I'm too good to have kids. This conversation ain't for you.
Them the ones you need to
But the
watch out
guys who
for.
do have decide to have children and you have daughters, it is your responsibility to take care of that daughter
Listen,
and that child.
let me say
Let me
this.
also say this.
You need to have this talk
Go ahead,
with
Wallace.
this dude that had
But
this.
also,
Right,
don't
go
dismiss.
ahead, Wallace.
Don't dismiss. Again, we all got work to do. Don't dismiss the resistance that potentially can be there of a man trying to take care of his daughter. Don't dismiss that too, because that absolutely happens as well. And it's hard to generalize in these situations because every single situation is different. But the fact of the matter is, yes, men have to be stronger, more focused, more community-oriented father, and women also have work to do as well. I can't define what women got to do. I've chosen to stop doing that.
We used to have back in the day. Big
All I
Mama
can
used to do that.
focus on what I see working here and what I can extend out to men.
Big Mama's a dying breed, bro. They don't make them like that no more.
Big Mamas is twerking now. They on IG
Big
twerking.
Mama are going out to the club.
So where are they getting advice from? They getting advice from these fucking women that are
They
divorced.
right alongside of them on the TikTok videos
The
twerking.
problem is this. I will say this though, Malcolm, in your defense.
Mm-hmm.
If a 45-year-old man and a 25-year-old man are sitting next to each other at the barbershop, right? The 25-year-old man in most situations will defer to the wisdom and knowledge of the 45-year-old man, right?
Yeah.
But if it's a 45-year-old woman and a 25-year-old woman, sometimes in many cases that I've seen, the 45-year-old woman will look at herself in competition with the 25-year-old woman.
Yes, sir.
That's
Interesting.
problematic.
And I don't
agree
know
with
what
that.
goes on with them. Yeah, I don't know. All
That's
I can say
problematic.
is I hear 40, and I'm actively out there dating right now. You know what I'm saying? So
Shout out to Malcolm for dating.
Go ahead. Right. You be out there in the street saying that.
what the fuck is that, bro? I'm not saying that on a date, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yo, why would
Hey, you gonna try to ask her because she spend the night and get tongue twisted. You be like, hey, I need to ask you something. Go ahead. Well,
I'm lost in shoes to niggas. Oh man.
Like, what?
You want me to do what?
Hey, that's rub my thighs. What?
I want her to do something special. Would you
I'm lost in shoes to niggas.
Oh man, that shit will live forever in history.
Said you was dating. I mean, are you seeing that? Are you seeing? I mean, I would assume there's a level of maturity that's the difference, but they're operating based around the same rules. Like that entire age is just kind of blurred in together.
I after a certain age,
Good
I feel
question.
like it's a lost cause. So
Good
I
question.
just don't want to date a woman as beyond a certain age. So the women that I have dated recently, they're on the younger side.
What's your age cutoff, sir?
Yeah, good question.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that on here.
Yeah, hey, he's a black Leonardo DiCaprio.
What?
Not that bad.
That
Nigga. If
nigga
I was
would.
rich, if I was able to be that wealthy, yeah, I would be that way. I would
Woody
too.
Allen.
But I'm not that
Oh
wealthy.
God. Oh.
So you're not gonna say your cutoff, but it's not. So how many? So
in the
nothing.
30s. It's in the
Okay. I always said, man, even when I was in my 30s, I would say, like, if I met a 19-year-old, right now I have a 19-year-old, but I was like, I wouldn't have anything to say we couldn't have a conversation. What would we talk about? But
19 is a little young. I'm 46. 19 I would say is a little
well, I
young.
was saying that in my 30s. So I mean, even a 25-year-old woman, I don't know. I mean, I've been out the
25
scene for a while.
say it's a good,
Let me ask you a question, Malcolm. So how's dating changed throughout the years, man? Is it become?
You know, there's a website where it tells you how much the average date, how much is the average that you would spend on a date when you guys used to actually date. So I don't know, go back 20-25 years.
60, 70 bucks, good dinner.
Like at what point in the relationship are you? Like,
this is a date. This is in the beginning. This is very beginning.
Court.
You might spend $100, $90, $80.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, there's a website. Let me look this up. Average cost of a date. Let's go Atlanta. Average cost of a date. Atlanta. If I can spell Atlanta, right?
I know the number you about to say is high. What I'm tripping off is how are we allowing women to govern the market there?
Right. I was thinking the same shit.
I'm about to say something crazy. Like
feds, man. What's going on here?
Well, hey, at the end of the day, it's what are you trying to get?
How much is it, man? What is it?
For Atlanta, it was $121. I'll be different with that.
I'm allowed to accuse you niggas.
What?
Like $350?
No, not that much. I've seen some estimates that were like 300. I'm like, damn, that's pretty expensive.
300. I'm getting a gold packet that night.
It's about a dinner for two with drinks and all that shit.
Yeah.
And let's not throw hookah into the equation and shit.
Drinks
like that.
gonna kill you. Hookah rentals.
Just dinner and drinks alone, and you
parking.
You're getting up to 160, 170 range, bro.
Wow.
Listen, we got a restaurant up here called.
And this is saying like no.
Hey,
Uber,
Alexander's.
Yo,
Y'all know about Hey Alexander's down there?
If you want to
I
count
heard
the
of it, never
Uber
heard of it.
to go there, you know what I'm saying?
Shit. Let me tell you something.
Yo,
if my dating average was 350, I'd be on the second date. So what we gonna do here? I'm
That's
trying to
kinda
push
what
this
you
shit
gotta
along.
Kinda
Are we
what you gotta
kicking it
do.
or because
Like, yeah.
I gonna keep putting
yo,
this-
this shit ain't happening again and shit. Like, yo, you gotta come over here. Like,
Right.
you know, date night is over here. So
See, Phil's okay. So Phil's where I'm from. There are certain places where if you take a person on a second or third date, then you know, and she know that there is something seriously going on. Like if you take a
100%.
woman, like I said, and I may
Yeah, we
say
ain't gonna be
this may
continuously
be
dating.
exposing how broke I am. But if you take somebody to what's the one called Ocean Prime?
Oh shit.
What the hell is that about?
You doing all that? If you doing all
no,
that,
if you go out anywhere, pause on the name, but if you go out anywhere near Big Beaver Road,
yeah, it is a place.
anything on Big Beaver Road,
You take a girl out on Big Beaver Road, you have an intimate relationship with this woman.
yeah.
It's just
Hey, look, that's why I
Or
want
you
to.
just got it and you just throwing your money around.
who wants to do that?
Hey,
You'll be surprised up here. Oh
Yeah.
my god!
me
Well,
too.
On a
you been down there in Atlanta and all that,
time I
so
meet
you
you,
get-
the first time I meet, I don't want to spend $200. The
You
first
got
time
some bucks on, so I know.
I don't mind.
There's
I don't
Maurice.
want to.
Take her to Ches Maurice. Hey, Digger said, take her to Ches Maurice.
No, take her.
I'm just
to-
talking about
check-
this
No,
just
take. Hey, Hey, take her to Jack Pirtle's.
Hey, I meet her at the
Take her to
post
Jack
office.
Pirtle's.
Listen, when I was in Dallas,
Take her to
bro,
Dodgers. Hey, no, we going to Dodgers Chicken down there in Memphis, baby. Like, hey,
I ain't
was
getting
in
that
Dodgers.
chicken, man. I still keep hearing about that chicken, that Dodgers, bro. I
when I
missed
was in
out.
Dallas, man, we went to this restaurant and we ordered 2 drinks. One for me, one for her. And
$60.
yeah, it was about $55.
What for 2 drinks?
It's sploosh,
It's bullshit. You can't see that, brother.
You know what I tell young dudes? If you want to find, I said this on the show before. You want to find you a nice woman,
In church.
go ask the Michaels. You go to
Michaels, shout out to Michaels, man. Fabric spot.
Yo,
You see
What the
creative.
fuck Michael is?
Arts and Crafts,
the
Arts and
arts and
crafts
crafts, the fabric store, yeah.
Gator,
All right, man.
Nice.
Y'all niggas ain't
probably
dating
gonna
no-
be natural.
taking no
Right,
advice.
right.
All
Wrap
that.
her hair
Go
up
to
and shit.
Michaels.
Yeah, I ain't taking no advice.
That's what you gotta do.
They could be in the craft shop looking for
Got the
chicks and
time-
shit.
and listen, if she got the time to work
Yo,
on arts and crafts, shit, she
You want
probably
a single mom
Word
with
up.
3 kids and 2 baby daddies? Go to
Hey, she creative, bro. Come on, Erica, wrap her hair up and everything.
she be making
I ain't
Malcolm gonna be there get some replacement sewing machine.
zero
needles.
kids. 0 kids. I'm not
Zero
dating.
kids.
Got kids. So not
corny,
dating.
corny, probably.
Yeah,
Go to Michaels.
my alley.
That's where you want to be at. You can't find no woman in Ulta,
Oh yeah, don't go to
Facts.
Ultra. They be-
Sephora,
right.
Macy,
Shit.
Nordstrom. Don't do that. Go to Michaels.
Sandy's, none of that.
Boy, how the hell do you, yo? And you are just as likely to meet a man at Sephora as you are a woman, bro. So I'm sure.
I don't know nothing about it.
and yo, listen, I don't want to get on that subject, but the last couple of nights in Atlanta, bro, you I don't know, maybe I would believe it. I can't believe it, man. I can't believe. What's the sense in having hair and like the woman nails and you look like what's the sense in that? I don't understand that. You're
Yo.
not fooling anyone.
I had no comment on any of that.
I seen the
Look,
chick with the
look.
biggest eyelashes in my life the other day, man. I just looking at it like, yo, why are you doing this to yourself?
Yo, the guy had on a tank top, bro. It was like he was skinny, but like muscular skinny and shit.
Loose
And,
ass tank top.
like the wig and you got long ass nails, like you went to the nail shop and all that. And I'm just like, what is going on here? Like, I know you're a
They
man.
got a Haitian manicure.
I know you're a man. You're
Wow.
a man. I know it.
I'm gonna go on mute.
Be careful. Be very careful. You might fool. You might get you a
What's happening?
right.
What's happening in this world? You're not even trying to fool anybody anymore. It's just
Right. I'm a man, but you know what it is.
nah, they was the host of the fucking restaurant or the hostess or whatever you want to call it.
Dressed up like that. Like, you can't do that shit no more. You can't discriminate.
I was like, yo, what's going on? What is this? What am I doing?
And probably spell a name like Lewese or something. Louise. His name is Lewis and shit. You can spell it all funky and shit. Glitter and shit in his hair. Oh man, that's crazy. Man. But you know you gotta be politically correct these days because
And
You know.
and it's not like it's like this is the spot for, you know what I mean, for them, and this is the spot for us. Nah, it's all blurred in together, man.
yeah. I ain't been out there in a while. When I was out there in like 03 through 05, it was Liz Ive live. And I'm
Yo,
certain
I
it's not
mean,
like
yo,
that.
listen, that shit don't get me down. You know, you see some big ass juicy booties and shit everywhere, but yeah, it's just, you know, you see too many of that shit going on. I'm just like, man, I don't know what the fuck, you know?
Well, on that note, we're gonna go ahead and call it a night. I like to thank everybody for coming out tonight,
Excuse your niggas.
checking us out, and our trustees. On the shoestring coming out. Thank everybody in the chat. Thanks for stepping out, panel.
Let's meet the panel. Let's meet the panel.
Let's say goodbye to the panel.
Good night, everybody, man. Be easy.
No doubt. Rod Wallace, See Me Hustle, Fields. Shout out to Digger Hurts in the chat. Shout out to Adventure, Agent Smith, CX producer, DJ Rex, See Me Hustle,
Man, forget
DJ
Digger
Rob
Hurts.
Body, saying peace on 3, 1,
the Ricks
2,
brought a lot to the
3. Oh,
conversation.
shit, my bad. Ricks too. Sunray Beats.
Bricks, no doubt, brought a lot to the table. This conversation, you know.
Yeah, appreciate Ricks, your input, brother. Your presence. That's peace on 3, 1, 2, 3. Peace.
Loud choosing niggas.
Nah, excuse you niggas. Oh, this is actually pretty fly.